What's going on to all the boxing fans all over the world, to the hardcore boxing fans in the house? This is your host, no one else. This is your mate, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. And guess what? We have the fight that I've been waiting for. A real fucking man's fight. Mano versus Mano. A fight that's been spoken about for over a year now, maybe a couple of years. Yes, David Benavidez is taking that smoke. And David Benavidez is getting ready now for another big fight with a man that they were calling a boogeyman. A man that's put people in a coma. A man that's been demolishing people. A Cuban. One of the best Cuban fighters coming out of Cuba. Yeah? A man that they've been talking that can beat David Benavidez. Well, I like to see it. Because David Benavidez ain't holding back. And I just saw the press conference. And guess what? The press conference got erupted. David Morrell said some shit that I don't understand. He was swearing at David Benavidez. And David Benavidez said, I'm going to break your fucking jaw. And I like it. This is a fight that I'm hyped up for. This is a fight that has finally been announced and is put together for February. I think it's February, if I'm not mistaken. But David Benavidez is taking the smoke. He is becoming one of my favorite fighters out right now in boxing. What I like about David Benavidez is that he's keeping busy and his resume now is getting better and better with Kalen Plant, Demetrius Andrade, and now David Morrell. Now, will David Morrell be the first man to push David Benavidez back? Will David Morrell be the first man to fucking solve David Benavidez's problems? Is he going to be the first man to give David his first loss? Well, I wouldn't put it past that, man. I would say that David Morrell has got a big an amateur pedigree. The man's a Cuban sensation, but he's only had 11 fights as a professional. And 11 fights as a professional, is that enough for the hungry, for the Mexican monster, a man that Canelo Alvarez doesn't want any part of him? And that is David Benavidez. David Benavidez got the hunger in his eyes, and he wants to show the world ain't nothing going to stop him. But David Morrell definitely looks like he's got some plans of his own. And David Morrell looks like he ain't taking this fight for no reason. We're going to find out how good David Morrell really is. How great is David Morrell? It is what it is. It's a fight that David Morrell needs to prove himself to show me that he is the man. Can he beat the man that everybody's talking about? And that's David Benavidez. Bro, it's 175 pounds. And after Dimitri Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev, these are the two names at 175 now that are looking to cement their legacy. You know what I mean? Now, put a big shout out to everybody in the chat. I still see people are crying and people are hurt over Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor has become one of the most hated women in boxing today. Katie Taylor was a sweetheart. Everybody loved Katie Taylor before, and now people want to fucking give it to Katie Taylor. Yeah. I see the Katie Taylor fans are still haven't got over it. Katie Taylor's got everybody in their feelings, bruh. Wow. Are you still screwing over Katie Taylor? K-T, K-E, K-E. Let's go, K-E. Yeah, has Katie Taylor got you that much still Still got people in their fucking feelings. Bruh, why don't you just come out with it, yeah? Why don't you say what you really want to say? That Katie Taylor is that Irish bitch. Say it. Why are you holding back, Stavy? Stavy, say what you really want to say. You want to call Katie Taylor a bitch because she beat your favorite fighter. Yeah? Why don't you just call Katie Taylor a bitch and get over it? Because we know a lot of you fans now, you fucking hate Katie Taylor, yeah? You want to see Katie Taylor dead. Yo, just say it as it is, bro. You hate Katie Taylor. And she is a bitch. Is that how you feel? Are you still fucking mad? How much money did you lose over Katie Taylor, bro? How much money did you lose over Katie Taylor? Fucking hell, bro. People are still screaming over Katie Taylor, man. You know what I mean? To be really fucking honest with you, you ain't got any better fighters than Katie Taylor. Yeah, you ain't got better fighters than Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor is the bar. You get me, mate? Aye, cherry pie. Yeah, Katie Taylor is the bar, mate. She's the one who's been representing the women's boxing for many, many years. Now, it's crazy how Amanda Serrano is one of the greatest women boxers. I ain't gonna lie. But there ain't nobody after that. What? It's Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, and then fucking maybe Alicia Baumgardner. And that's it. Ain't nobody give a fuck about these women anyway, bro. You guys are capping out here. Ain't none of you know who Amanda Serrano beat for the eight different weights. How about that? How about if I really show you that you don't even know that Amanda Serrano, who she beat to become a champion? You guys don't even know how fucking Clarissa Shields became undisputed. You don't know shit about women's boxing and you're cursing out Katie Taylor because she fucking got you all fucking wound up. You know what I mean? Hey, look, man. Katie Taylor is a legend, Abel. Katie Taylor is a legend in her own country, in Ireland. She is a legend. You understand? Yeah, they're going to name some streets. They're going to name some roads after Katie Taylor. You watch. These two girls can fight 100 times, and it's always going to be very, very close because of their styles. Now, look, you say it's very close, right? But these guys are very determined that Katie Taylor lost. You know what I mean? They're acting worse. Yo, they're acting worse than Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Yes. You guys are acting worse than Lomachenko and Devin Haney, bro. I never see so many people scream at fucking when Lomachenko was getting fucking punched up by Orlando Salido in his balls. You understand, bro? What about Evander Holyfield, what he did to Mike Tyson? Yeah? What about Evander Holyfield, what he did with Mike Tyson, bro? Andre Ward with Mikkel Kessler. You guys are going on like Katie Taylor's done a big crime, bro. You guys are going on like Katie Taylor totally did a big crime. Bro, yeah, the headbutts came in. The headbutts came in. But yo, that's boxing. It's down to the fucking referee, bro. It ain't Katie Taylor's fault. Katie Taylor was fighting the fight. You know what I mean? And Loma fans are soft like fuck. You get me? Katie Taylor is a butch. Stop lying, Abel. Just say it as it is. Katie Taylor is a bitch. That's what you want to say. You want to say that Katie Taylor is a bitch for the headbutts. Yeah? At the end of the day, now, bro, you guys have to get over it now. You've had a few days and all that. You know what I mean? You've had a few days and all that to get over it. It's done, bro. It's over. Katie Taylor is the best. Unfortunately, Amanda Serrano should be. In one of the fights, I even agree. Amanda Serrano could get the fight, but she didn't. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something, though. I'm not I do have to say that Amanda Serrano ain't got the best defense, though. You know, she's very strong. She's got a good offense, but she ain't got the best defense. But let me say this. Hopefully, you'll have a trilogy. Hopefully, you guys will get a trilogy with Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. But guess what? You're going to have to come to Ireland. You're going to have to come to Ireland, man. Oh, yes, man. You're going to have to come to Ireland and drink some Guinness, have some special brew. You got to better come to Ireland. Don't you fuck with my mother, man. All I'm saying. You're going to have to come Ireland, bro. And it ain't going to get no easier. Oh, fuck. Yo, no, anyway, look, bro. Yo, I feel for Amanda Serrano as well. I do. I feel for Amanda Serrano, yeah? You know what I mean? Her eye was cut. You know what I mean? Sorry, man. Feel sorry for that woman. But it's fucking boxing. Stop crying, Stavy. All right, mate? Stop fucking crying, bruv. It's fucking done. When any other man gets fucking cut in his face. All right? Any other fucking man gets cut in his face. I don't see you cunts crying out there, bruv. Yeah? When Tyson Fury got his whole face cut open versus Otto Wallin, I didn't see you crying. Cunts are fucking acting like fucking sorry cunts. Seriously, mate. Hey, look at this geezer. Hey, let's remember this, bruv. Katie Taylor is a girl that started the women's boxing. She put women's boxing on the map. She's the one who went international with it. You understand? She was a bigger star than Amanda Serrano anyway. But then when they joined together, they lifted each other up. But Katie Taylor already had the country behind her. She already had she had everything set up, bro. Stop the cap. Now smash the fucking like button. Yeah? Smash the fucking like button, bruv. You understand? Now what's done is done. Now we're dealing with the future. History is history now, bruv. It's fucking history, you can't. Nah. After me, everybody say, there's only one Katie Taylor. There's only one Katie Taylor. You better watch out. You better not go to bed because Katie Taylor's coming in with her head. There's only one Katie Taylor. There's only one Katie Taylor. You better watch out. You better not go anywhere because Katie Taylor's coming with her head. Hey! Yo, Katie Taylor, man, she fucking caused the biggest havoc. Yeah, look at these people, though, pound for pound. This is where you know, yo, boxing kangaroo, this is where you know that they're really going somewhere else with this. Now they're saying Katie Taylor sucks. Now they're saying Katie Taylor's a bitch. Now they're saying Katie Taylor, she's just a dirty fighter. So they're taking away everything from Katie Taylor. Yeah? But before the fight, they were saying, yeah, Katie Taylor's one of the greatest. Before Amanda Serrano's actually going in there, and everybody said Amanda Serrano's going to win. Yeah? But now, nah, Katie Taylor sucks. Katie Taylor ain't shit. Katie Taylor's a dirty bitch. That's all you see, bro. They take away everything Katie Taylor is for this. Have you seen how they're doing that? Come on, bruv. Fight fans are soft as fuck these days. They still can't say Katie Taylor's an excellent fighter, which she is. Yeah? Katie Taylor is an excellent unified world champion. Look, Basilio's being straight up, bro. He's being honest. By the numbers, systematically, Serrano should have won. Well, by the numbers, then systematically, then fucking Lomachenko should have won, innit? Lomachenko should have beat Devin Haney, bro. It's over. It's over, man. Katie Taylor did her thing and won. Get over it, Abel. Get over it, Stavy. It's done, bro. No one ain't saying Amanda Serrano ain't one of the greats. It's over. Katie Taylor is the undisputed champion of the world. Get your head around that. Get your head around that. I don't know why Katie Taylor's so hated right now. Does Katie Taylor deserve the hate that she's getting? Is Katie Taylor deserve the fucking utmost disrespect that she's getting? You understand, bro? Come on, bro. Carrington needs to get in with someone or legit coins. Man, I'm not even talking about Carrington right now. Fuck Shushu Carrington, bro. We're talking about Katie Taylor that is getting hated out here. Yeah? Katie Taylor's an all-time great. Tell 'em boxing kangaroo. Yo. Yo, look at this, bro. I can't go to the copy box. It's a scam. Stavy, I had 2-1 Taylor going into the fourth. Okay, then let's talk about 2 Davids. Then beginning of an epic fight. That's going to be a great fight. Look at this guy. Stop hating on Amanda. Yo, Amanda Serrano's a great. Ain't nobody hating on Amanda Serrano, bro. She's a great fighter. But Katie Taylor's the best right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go by the facts, who is the best right now? It's simple, man. Who is the fucking best? Is it the gypsy Irish girl or is it fucking the Puerto Rican American girl? Katie Taylor is the best. I know you don't like it, bro, but get your head round that. Get your fucking head round that. You understand? Right now, Katie Taylor's the best. Yeah? And at the end of the day, women's boxing ain't what everybody's trying to give it. Now, let me ask everybody a simple question. If a woman is an undisputed champion and a multi-weight world champion, and I love the women, do they have the same path and the same struggle, as in like the same competition and the same extreme competitive nature of a fight to get to the undisputed level like a man? Do the women have all these fighters to make them look great into their division? Do the women have the work? Do the women have the fucking work like the men to fight the guys that we have to fight as men? We have to go through some serious fights. The women, they don't have the competition. They don't have it like that. You understand? The women don't have it like that, bro. Stavy says no. The boxing kangaroo says no. Basilio says Taylor is the best female pound for pound current unified champion. And Amanda Serrano's there too. I have a sharp, handy knife. I now nicknamed it Katie Taylor because it cuts everything. Yo, you guys are harsh. You guys are harsh. One fight with Katie Taylor with a headbutt has taken away from what Katie Taylor is. 1-2 per division. The rest are light years apart. Yes, the women's have to also work and work with conditioning. That's irrelevant. They're fighting house mums. Some of those women are fighting house mums, bro. You understand? They don't have the competitive nature of the foundation of the boxers on that level. You know what I mean? Right now, it'd be better if it was under Kamala Harris. You'd be better off. Like, look at what the fucking guy, what's his name, did? Emmanuel Khalif. Emmanuel Khalif would be getting knocked out by men. Emmanuel Khalif will be getting knocked out by men. He probably wouldn't even last against some of them men. But Emmanuel Khalif can go in, become a transgender, and beat up all the women. Those are just facts. Emmanuel Khalif can just turn to become a woman and beat the fuck out of all those girls and be a gold medalist and ain't done shit in boxing with men. You understand? Ain't done shit about boxing. Now, the reason Amanda Serrano lost is because she is, oh, wow. Wow. Look at this now. Who's going to say anything to this? The reason Amanda Serrano lost is because she is one-dimensional and needs to change the trainer. Emmanuel Khalif got no tits. Emmanuel Khalif got ball bags. What woman you talking about, bro? Emmanuel Khalif is a man who's transformed and took his cock off. I think he chopped his cock off but left his ball bags. So what does that make him? Do you know what I mean? Stop that shit, bro. The Jabber AI. The JABBR AI stats show why Katie Taylor won. More clean punches and accuracy. Wow, John says that artificial intelligence stats show why Katie Taylor won because of the more clean punches and the accuracy. Stephen, check this. It's on Copybox. Floyd versus Cotto. What they show at the end is what they only counted. So you don't believe what Copybox is about. Jake versus the tranny on fight of 2026. That would be crazy, innit? Jake versus the transgender in 2026. Let's go. Wow. But look, at the end of the day, yeah, big respect to Amanda Serrano for fighting through that big cut. And, big respect to the ladies for giving us a great fight because Tyson and fucking Jake Paul was a staged event as you saw it. You know what I mean? So at least we got some real boxing on the undercard. That was good to see. But yeah, so we got a big card now in David Benavidez versus David Morrell. You got Pitbull Cruz on the undercard, right? You got David Benavidez versus David Morrell, a big fight, and that fight cannot be missed. It's a serious fight. And I don't know how you guys are feeling about that, but I see that David Benavidez has to be the favorite. You know what I mean? David Morrell hasn't got much of a resume in professionals. So you got to go with David Benavidez. The shit talking was on point today by David Benavidez. Now, David Benavidez said, I'm going to break his jaw. You get me? Right. Now, Jabba AI landed punches for 253 to 209, but 56 to 38 high impact punches in favor of Taylor. Mm. But who you got in the fight with David Benavidez and David Morrell? You got to go with David Benavidez, right? Stage event. It's way easier to come to that conclusion with the pool. Just not guys like Tank, Nello, Shakur, or others. Benavidez by decision. And that's a good win. Now you're talking about Kalen Plant, Demetrius Andrade, David Morrell. Hey, David Benavidez is doing what he needs to do, doing everything asked from him. Amanda Serrano is very small and was coming up from featherweight against the best pound for pound current unified champion Katie Taylor. But Amanda Serrano a lot of people said that Amanda Serrano should have got the nod. A lot of people felt that Amanda Serrano was doing a lot of aggression. She was the aggressive fighter. Katie Taylor was the mover and punching and giving good counter punches and good account of herself. Katie Taylor had great heart. You know what I mean? In the first round, though, Amanda Serrano hurt Katie Taylor. In the first round, Amanda Serrano hurt Katie Taylor. But I don't think Amanda Serrano's not got that much speed. I mean, she's fast enough, but I feel like she lands a combination and then she gets landed on, and then she comes back with her own. She ain't the best defensive fighter. Stavy says Serrano won by 2 rounds for me, plus the points deduction. Serrano looked the same size as Taylor, or do I need to get my eyes checked? Serrano got no head movement. Yeah, she's not got the best reflexes when it comes to defense. Am I right? David Morrell Jr. is going to spark David Benavidez and become a unified interim lightweight heavyweight champion and get Arthur Beterbiev fight. Okay, Basilio, that's a strong statement. That's a strong statement, mate. Make sure fucking Mirage ain't lurking around. He'll be looking for you. Taylor leading in with her head has to come with more point deductions. Serrano game plan went to shit after the cut. The corner was wrong about putting more pressure on Taylor. Salute. She stand to square. It allows Katie to get too close. So Amanda Serrano, even in the third fight, she's going to face a lot of pressure. Even in the trilogy, bro, Amanda Serrano's going to be under pressure. Punch stats like copybox are just someone watching fight and counting. Benavidez versus Morrell press conference went under the radar. Katie is a better all-round boxer than Serrano. Serrano's got heavier punches. Serrano's a tough cookie, though. You know what I mean? She's a tough cookie. A lot of those people, a lot of women would have fucking gave up after that eye cut. She kept going. Amanda Serrano needs to replace her trainer for a better one, like Buddy McGurk, who will teach her better head movement and more long distance boxing. I feel like Amanda Serrano's coming to the end of her career. Katie Taylor's at the end of her career. And both of these girls have been making big marks and made a way for the new women coming into the sport of boxing, like Sky Nicholson You know what I mean? Like Carl like Sky Nicholson. Carl and Sky Nicholson go down and under. Don't you, Carl? Carl, you want to go down and under? I better watch out, mate. Carl's married. What am I talking about? Pound for pound goes down and under with pound for pound to go down and under with Sky Nicholson, mate. Depends who the fighter is. When it comes to compy box for Floyd versus Cotto, they raise his punches. But I can't wait. I'll be happy to see the trilogy, bro. You know what I mean? I'll be happy to see the trilogy for sure. Both fighters were coming in aggressively. That makes head clashes likely. Serrano is 36, not 26. 36. How many punches did that Indian guy land? He did some 20 punch combination. That cunt was doing a fucking Hollywood movie. He's Jake Paul's next fucking what's his name? That's Jake Paul's fucking next opponent, isn't it? Dal Sim from Street Fighter. Katie Taylor head movement came in as headbutts after hugging. How the fuck is Serrano stopped to use the headbutts to get the fuck away? Now, what I'm telling you is Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano have got a clash of styles, right? But just Katie Taylor, even when Amanda Serrano lands, Katie Taylor lands punches back on her. So what I'm saying to you is Amanda Serrano got good offense, but her defense ain't helping her. Serrano could avoid punches by moving her head. And she don't have the defense and the reflexes of when she's letting off punches, she's there to be taken by Katie Taylor as well. Mario El Exactito Barreros said the WBC welterweight champion is the #1 fighter in the division. After the excellent world title defense against Ramos, even through it was a draw. Man, that's full of shit. Barrios is the weakest link. Serrano fanboys thought she was going to win, and she didn't. So the toys are flying out of the cot. Agree, Rat. She is vulnerable to counter shots. But you know, these girls look great against all the rest of the women. It's only when they come against each other because they're both at a high level caliber. Women don't have that kind of a competition, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, if these two don't fight, I like to see Alicia Baumgardner versus Amanda Serrano. I like to see Amanda Serrano versus even Alicia Baumgardner. That would be a good fight. Mario Barrios is one of the most improved Tank Davis opponents. Mario Barrios also got beaten up by Keith Thurman, didn't he? After his retirement. Mario Barrios lost to Keith Thurman, but he's been doing all right. I ain't too high on him, but he's doing all right though. Alicia Baumgardner would tear Amanda Serrano apart. You sure, bro? Amanda Serrano can fight. I don't know about that. David Benavidez versus David Morrell press conference was fire. Yeah, but I didn't understand some of it, bro. There was a lot of fucking talk going on in David Morrell's corner that I didn't understand shit. Yo, you think the third fight happens? Pound for pound, not straight away. And you have to understand why. Eddie Hearn has got a big commodity in Katie Taylor in Ireland. Katie Taylor can sell the whole of Ireland, so she probably needs a homecoming now, right? And you have to understand that Katie Taylor now, with her homecoming in Ireland, that'll be another way that they'll, you know what I mean, bring that for Katie Taylor. Then we'll have to see what happens. But I believe it'll be a homecoming in Ireland first. Alicia will get tired after 4 rounds. Yo, big up to Hawker Mustang, bro. Yes, Hawker Mustang. Does a third even happen down the track? We'll have to see. I mean, Katie Taylor has got a fight with Chantel Cameron as another trilogy. Katie Taylor can make a big fight with Alicia Bongo. Katie Taylor can sell out the whole of Ireland. So Amanda Serrano is going to need to give up some to make that fight with Katie Taylor. She's going to have to be the B side, like she what is the B side, and go to Ireland and fight Katie Taylor in her backyard now. It could be something like that later on. We don't know, but maybe not. Furman looked better than ever to me against Barrios. I mean, it depends, bruv. It all depends. We'll have to see what happens anyway, you know what I mean? But as far as now, Katie Taylor's on a high, bro. She must be feeling on top of the world to getting that win. Squeezing that win in Amanda Serrano's country and getting that win, whew, that's a big thing for Katie Taylor now. You know what I mean? De La Hoya said Virgil Ortiz is fighting in February the 22nd, and the opponent will be Boots, Ennis, Fundora, or Crawford. Yo, that's big. That's big fights for Virgil Ortiz. And I like all those fights. You know what I mean? So Virgil Ortiz versus Boots, Ennis, Fundora, or Terence Crawford. Hey, look, another guy come in and says Katie sucks. Katie Taylor sucks. Wow, I've never seen so many people going in on Katie Taylor, bro. What about Katie's heart? Katie's a warrior. Hopefully it gets made. That would be lit for Ortiz if fans will keep winning. Katie is a warrior, says Stephen. They said that Eddie Hearn does not want the Ortiz fight for Jarrett Boot Ennis straight away. I hope that's not true. McBilly versus Boo Boo. Hey, that will be a good fight. Boo Boo wants to fight, bro. Boo Boo wants to fight. Yeah, Boo Boo said he wants to smoke, bro. So it's not like Boo Boo don't want to fight. He already came to Punch Drunk Boxing's channel and said he wants to fight Plant. He wants to fight Jamal Charlo. He wants to fight Jaime Munguia. He still wants to fight Canelo. Katie does suck. That's why her head game got her decision. Well, if that's how good she is with her head, bro, that the head can do everything. Katie Taylor's head can win. And Katie Taylor's head can show you that it's the biggest weapon in the world, yeah? And that's why she's the best woman fighter in the world, because of her head. Yeah, Andrade versus Plant would be a good style matchup. And they both need to retire and get back to the kitchen where they belong. Oh my God. This guy's going in on these women, bro. Fights over people. Katie's the winner. and they need to go make babies. Yo, this guy goes, leave these women alone. They need to go back to the kitchen and they need to make babies. Holy shit. Don't let the women of today see that, bruv. They be looking for you, Joe. They be looking to haunt you down with those comments. Fucking hell. Katie got the decision with her speed and boxing ability. McBilly is the other Cuban. Uh-huh. Big up to McBilly, bro. The Cubans are in it. David Morrell making noise. McBilly, let's go, Cuba. You know what I mean? Rat, I've been lurking this whole time, and that comment was hilarious. Yeah, this comment here, yeah. Joe Howe, the new Tunde Tupac. Look how Joe Howe is speaking about fucking the women, bro. Oh my gosh. He's saying just stop fighting over men. Fights over the people. Katie's the winner. Now they need to go make babies and get in the kitchen. Shit. Katie got the decision by her sexual ability with Eddie Hearn. You guys are crazy, man. You guys are really coming at Katie Taylor, man. Giving that poor girl a hard time, man. You're giving Katie Taylor, you're trying to discriminate Katie Taylor, bruv. She's not getting no credibility. She's not getting no recognition for the win. And a lot of you guys are really giving it to Katie Taylor, bruv. Wow. I never seen so many men angry against one woman. You know what I mean? Serrano and Cameron should fight each other. So the winner can get the trilogy. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I wasn't talking about Morrell. Who are you talking about? Looking forward to Madrimov versus Boachuk. Oh, that's a good fight. That'll be a great fight. Two guys who nearly beat the favorites, and that's coming with a good fight. Madrimov versus Boachuk. I like that fight, bro. I do. Yo, give me a sec. Mic check, 1, 2. You better watch out. You better not drop dead on your bed because Katie's going to come to headbutt you in the head. Yo, 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 yo. I'm leaving, bro. The fuck? Hello? Is anybody there? Yo, can anybody hear me? All right, we good? All right, we good. Now look at this. I was thinking earlier on, bro, that all these fighters that we got coming up, can we predict the next world champions? in the next couple of years. Now I'm talking about fighters. Now I'm going to name you fighters that are going to be potential world champions in the next couple of years. They're going to hold a world title. And these are some fighters that come to my mind. And that is, I think we got to start with Keyshawn Davis. We got to say Keyshawn Davis looks like he's going to be a world champion. If not, he's definitely going to be challenging for one. I could see Keyshawn Davis trying to get a world level and get a world title at some point. Give me some names that you are looking at. Abdullah Mason, Kid Austin. I still believe Kid Austin got opportunities after seeing William Zepeda. After seeing William Zepeda against Tevin Farmer, I can see Kid Austin getting a belt. I can see Kid Austin getting a belt. Do you know what I mean? Xander Zayas. I don't know about Xander Zayas. Maybe. Maybe. Mm. I mean, everybody's got fighters they're looking at. You know what I mean? Now you got other guys coming up. We got other guys coming up, but they're still coming up. Look at Mayweather's fighter. He's still got to wait. You're talking about Kermel Moton. Those guys, Kermel Moton, may be looking in the next 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. 2020, at the end of 2027. Richard Torres, yes. Yep. Richard Torres, he's looking good. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know about some of the other guys, like we got Adam Azim, Dalton Smith. I don't know if you know those guys. Hamza Shiraz, Joshua Boatsi. Are those guys, any of them, going to be a world champion? We'll have to see. They're in contentions. They're in line. You got Emmanuel, what's his name? Emmanuel Vargas. Emmanuel No Vargas. He's coming up, but they're still coming up. They're still young pups in the game. They are still young pups in the game. Now, I don't know about if he's ducked any Janabek fight yet. I know that there's some negotiations going on pound for pound. It's not official that he's ducked any fight like that yet. You forgot to say Jake El Gallo Paul. Well, Tommy Fury is ready for him, bro. And Jake Paul's doing other stuff for the game of boxing. You can't deny that. He's bringing other entertainment, like KSI. You know what I mean? Bam Rodriguez is young, but doesn't he have a, yeah, of course he has a title. He's already a champion. He's already unified. He even, he can, yeah, of course he's already one of the best. He's already proven. The art of deception is the art of war. I think we are getting Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker next, and that fight will be a good fight. Daniel Hardman says a guy like Bradis is ready for Jake Paul. Of course he is. But yo, Jake Paul ain't gonna fight no Bradis. Jake Paul won't even fight Ryan Garcia yet, bro. And the wild German lady, big up to the German lady in the house. There's only one German lady. There's only one German lady. And you better watch out. German lady will give you a headbutt like Katie Taylor. Yeah, she don't mess around. Genovic asked him to send a contract, and he said he would sign it if there's at least 1 million. You can't blame him for that. He's got to get some money in it. Hey, German lady, you want to come and say hello to everyone so everybody can hear your accent? You know what I mean? And how's it going anyway? How's it hanging out there in Germany? Everything all good? Jake Paul versus Nagabu for the IBO Cruiserweight title. No, he said $1. No, that don't make sense. I'm sure there's something else to it. Frank Warren's going to speak about it soon. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, does Jakey give Ibuchi a chance? Jake ain't going to fight nobody that you want him to fight, bro. He ain't fighting nobody like that. Stop dreaming, bro. He ain't going to give nobody a chance like that. Do you know what I mean? We'll really find out what's going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we should have a guest for you tomorrow. We got your mate, Rick Glazier. Yep, Rick Glazier coming on the channel to talk to you about the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul and Oscar De La Hoya versus Eddie Hearn. So we're going to catch up with your boy Rick tomorrow. You know what I mean? I was going to give a call. It's been a while, hasn't it? But, you know, you guys don't really support the channel like before. You know what I'm saying? The channel's gone down a bit, mate. I was going to call David Benavidez his dad. You know what I mean? I was going to call him, but I said, fuck it. What are we going to get? 30 people looking on. You're going to get 30 people, and I'm going to do all that effort, get fucking David Benavidez' dad on here, just for Mirage to fucking flop when it comes to asking questions. You know what I mean? I was going to call him. I can call him now for an update. You know what I'm saying? Rap, I think Jake won't give those guys a chance. I'm naming for fun. Yeah, of course he ain't going to give them a chance. Rick would have been on his knees, throwing up in the toilet after seeing Tyson Paul fighting. I hear, well, he got a lot to say, bro. Trust me when I tell you. Let him come over here and tell you himself. You know what I mean? He fucking gone mad. He got starstruck. Come on. Well, you know how it is. That's the worst thing Mirage ever done in his life. I gave Mirage the biggest opportunity to speak to his daddy. And that was the biggest time that when the shit gets heated up, he lost his bottle. Do you know what I mean? He lost his bottle, man. That's the craziest time ever. Mirage can never say nothing to me. If I ever play that back, that's it. I've got nothing to say to that guy. He got totally smoked himself. Jake Paul should fight world champ starting from 140 until he maxes out. Yeah, but one of them champs might catch him up, bruv. I told you, Ryan Garcia wants to beat up Jake Paul. Jake won't even fight Ryan Garcia, bruv. Trust me when I tell you. Jake ain't even going to fight Ryan. But big up to Jake Paul, though. Mirage would pay 200 for a Benavidez versus Morrell pay-per-view. Yeah, of course he would. He'll pay fucking 200 for a fucking David Benavidez porno. That cunt. That cunt will pay all his money for David Benavidez porno. That cunt. Fat boy Mirage, you know what I mean? He got no fucking. He's all about Benavidez, he is, isn't he? Now I like Benavidez, but I'm about boxing and all the rest of it. That cunt's only about Benavidez. That cunt. You know what I'm saying? He's watching that, lurking around. Fucker. 1% battery, bro. Well, fucking get yourself fucking charger. Mirage scratches his ass and smells his fingers. Ha! Yeah. Scratch your ass and smell your fingers. He could start with Teofimo Lopez. It's a fake call out. Both Ryan and Paul are likely friends in real life. It's for show. I hear ya. I hear what you're saying, bro. But smash the like button. Smash that like button, bro. You know what I mean? So, like I said, bro, it's a game. What do you mean? A game of deception. Man, there's a lot of deception in boxing. Boxing's a wild, wild west. You understand? Boxing's a wild, wild west. There he is, the fat fuck. Rap star is rambling as usual. Hey, nobody's rambling, bro. Now you're speaking because it's about David Benavidez. Your boy David Benavidez has got a real fight, and I'm going to call his dad. So you better not lose your bottom. I'm calling David Benavidez's dad over here to slap you in your face. Yeah? When I tell David Benavidez's dad that your son is in a 50-50 fight now, and Mirage is scared in case David Benavidez loses. You understand? At the end of the day, David Benavidez is fighting somebody who's an unknown. David Morrell is a very skilled boxer. Yeah? Could David Morrell end Mirage and David Benavidez's fucking run? Could David Morrell change the game and shut the boxing fans up and slap Mirage across the face where he can't even talk about Benavidez anymore? And Mirage, you better not bet anybody on this fight. You better not bet with anybody on this fight if you can't get your money. Yeah? If you can't get your money off of the person that you're betting, then don't be betting nobody, bro. Don't be fucking betting nobody. Don't be going out there trying to bet people over David Benavidez. If you can't fucking get your money, you're a pussy. And that's you. You're betting people that ain't even going to give you no money. You understand? You are a weak, fat fuck. You blame others for your problems. Now you blaming me because you can't get your money. What weak pussy shit is that? You understand? What pussy shit is that? That you can't get your money, bro. That you coming over here and fucking crying like a fucking dosser. You fucking dosser, mate. Proper fucking dosser, bro. What a cunt. You fucking betting out there and you're crying out there and you're going to every single channel. Apparently, the IBF has ordered Zhang versus Bakoli. That's a good fight. I like that fight. Zhang versus Bakoli is a good fight, bro. I like that fight. That is a proper fan friendly fight, man. You know? Yeah, that would be a great fight. My problem is, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be betting anybody if both of you, whoever bets anyone, send the money to the fucking host so the host can hold the bet. And that way, the host should take a fucking cut and give the loser, give the winner his money.
Everything cost, sir.
What the fuck is that noise, bro? What's going on, bro?
No, everything's okay, brother. Know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man,
So
we're just
yeah, man.
chilling out
So
here, bro.
yo, so
David
Mirage,
Benavidez is fighting David Morrell.
yeah, that's gonna be a good fight, man. That's gonna be a real good fight. But I think this guy's getting long in the tooth, man. I got a feeling that he's been avoiding David Morrell because for a reason. I think Morrell's powerful southpaw style is gonna pay dividends.
I mean, they made the fight. David Benavidez is the A side. They made the fight. I mean, it's a good fight. I mean, how much can David Morrell do to take this opportunity and change the situation? Because David Benavidez is the biggest name they're talking about after Canelo. But can David Morrell bring this fucking Cuban energy? See, when was the last time you had a Cuban world champion? Was it Rigadao? Is Rigadao Cuban? So who was the last Cuban world champion, bro?
Well, you have Rigondeaux, you had some Cuban fighter, right? We got one now. We got Austin Iglesias, the IBO 168-pound champ. We
Mm-hmm.
also had David Morrell. He had the
Mm-hmm.
WBA regular belt, and he's a
Uh-huh.
two-time regular belt champion. And he did it in a very fast track too. He only
Yeah,
have
but let's
11
be
fights.
honest though, and the Cubans have never been really the professionals. The Cubans, if you remember, they've been the dominant force of all amateur boxing. And if anybody used to go against the amateurs, they used to get stuck with the Cubans. See, the Cubans have got a great amateur style for many years because do you remember, for
Yeah,
many years in their country, they
yeah,
forbid
because they're
anyone who's
communist
a
state. It's forbidden to
citizen.
become pro, and most of the
You
guys
can't,
that
yeah,
did,
there was a
mhm,
law. Remember, they wouldn't let the
yeah,
Cubans, now the Cubans had to move from that country, take those families away from there, and then restart their
yeah,
families
like
in
the one
other
that moved to
countries.
Mexico. What was the one that moved to Mexico? That he was a welterweight and he moved up in weight and then lost, went back down. He even fought Manzon, but Manzon beat him up. He was a Cuban that moved to Mexico. I forgot
See,
the
I've
name of.
never seen Cubans being the best at professionals. I've seen the Cubans being the best in the amateurs.
No, but we got a Cuban that's one of the best at 160. He's a two-time champ. He fought everybody. Lara, it was Landy Lara. He transitioned from amateur to the pros, and I think he's one of the excellent the blueprint of modern day Cuban boxing, and that's it was Landy Lara. And then after that comes Osli Iglesias, David Morrell, the other gentleman you mentioned, Reagan Dawes. Then you got this guy, another new champion from Cuba, William Scott, IBF champion. So right now the Cubans have honeycomb professional boxing were world champions in multiple divisions. You know what I'm saying? And we can't forget another one, the heavyweight. He just lost to Aja Caballero, but he's also a Cuban, Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez could come back from that defeat and knockout loss to Aja Caballero because he
See,
still
the
was a pretty
Cubans
good.
have been moving forward in the last decade.
Yeah, they've been advancing.
but
They've been
but before
advancing.
that, bro, they weren't part of the professionals. I
Mhm.
feel like the Mexicans are more got a good style when it comes to amateurs, they're good, and even in the professionals, they're good. The Cubans are only standing out here and there. I mean, I don't know, but maybe the next 10, 20 years it might change.
Yeah, we got a lot of good Cubans though, man. I mean, this guy's like the blueprint, man. I mean, when you are tall, rangy southpaw, guys want to imitate and they want to study this guy. What's his name? It was Lara. Or we also have another Cuban too. At
So who's the
lightweight.
best Cuban fighter in the chat?
Okay,
Who's
the
your
next
best professional Cuban
Cuban
fighter?
fighter,
Rig it up.
I'll tell you right now, the best Cuban
Rig it
fighter
up.
of modern day time, and he became an IBF International 135-pound champion at his first professional fight. Okay, and that's Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz. He's also a Cuban, rangy Cuban. He also has a knockout win already of Giovanni Strafone, who was IBO champ. He has a knockout win on his second professional fight. So he's on fire right now, man. Andy Cruz is on fire, bro. And I don't hear guys calling him out, bro. I see Andy Cruz. You asked in that show in your show before, who's gonna become a world champion very soon. And I think with proper matchmaking, that the guy that will be a world champion very soon will be Andy Cruz.
But
Because
this is
if
a
Andy
problem I'm hearing that Andy Cruz has got a good Cuban amateur style, but will it help him going forward with the elites in the
Okay,
professional?
but look at this. Okay, who has a better resume than Andrew Cruz Jr. in lightweight division? This guy became an IBF international champion on his first professional fight. Okay, on his second fight, he knocked out Giovanni Strafone, an ex-IBO champion, who lost his belt to Maxi
So
Cruz.
this guy is saying the guy. Okay, so talk to this Mexican guy. This guy, Mexican boxing, he says, nah, Cubans are all trash. They don't have the real belts. They only have the Mickey Mouse belts. They don't have the real belts like the Mexicans. What you gotta say to that?
Well, I think that's very racist. I think that's very unfair because the Cuban fighters they bring excellent professionalism. They very conduct themselves in and out the ring. I could bring you examples of guys like that. David Morrell Jr., um, Osti Iglesias. We got William Skull. These guys are world champions, man. World champion. That's a two-division world champ, David Morrell Jr. with a vast amateur career. We got Osi Iglesias, the current IBO champion, 168-pound champion. Excellent dude, living in Europe. He's treated like an upper echelon over there. Then we got William Scott, another European living Cuban. This guy was given a visa. These guys are given visas in the best countries in the world, man. These guys are outstanding Cuban nationals that are given the opportunity to live in these countries, and they're living very respectable lives and becoming excellent world champions and the professional boxing level. So, I mean, also another one who he's living in Florida. He's supposed to have a humongous mansion. And he's a multi-divisional champ. Um, it was not Lara, man. Rigondos. Look at that. Rigondos. The only blemish I think he has is this guy actually came back from a kettle, one of those rice pots blowing up in his face. Actually came back with burnt retinas. Came back to professional boxing and actually won a fight recently. I mean, so the perseverance of these athletes from Cuba is exceptional. Is admirable. And the reason we have these guys, they had to do that because of Cuba became a communist country, a Marxist country. So they had to transition from professional boxing because Cubans were always great professional boxers. We got guys like Benny Paret, Don Jordan, who was one of the fighters trained by Costamaro. The late Costamaro trained him. John Jordan, who was a world champion. These guys trying to say, oh, the guy was talking about 147-pound champ, unified champ, Jose Napoles. Napoles was a Cuban, moved to Mexico. Okay, he moved to Mexico, became an icon over there, even fought Carlos Monzon and lost. Okay, so this guy, Jose Napoles, bro, Cuban American, Cuban Mexican, because as soon as the Cuban country became Marxist, Castro took over, he went to live in Mexico and he transitioned. He was an icon in Mexico. Mexicans love Cubans, man. They love Cubans, man, because Cubans bring all this craftiness boxing style, and they show them how to pump the jab. I heard Nacho Berenstein, uh, he adopted that beautiful jab style from the Cubans, man, that moved there because Nacho Berenstein had a trademark jab, like this beautiful jab, like a longhorn jab or something like that, that he was training some of his fighters, and it was a trademark jab and style. So what I'm saying is Cuban Americans and Cuban Mexicans
Yeah,
are
but the
very well
problem I
liked.
got, right, Solomon, what we got to look at is the facts. Cubans have been really great fighters in the amateur, right? Cubans have dominated amateur boxing. They have also, all international stars in the amateurs have had to go through a Cuban to prove themselves. Now, as far as the Cubans in the professionals, yeah, the law changed. The Cubans weren't allowed to fight in the pros unless they moved to other countries and got different residentials and they changed their fucking passports. But now the times have changed. In the last decade, the Cubans are definitely trying now to fight in professionals. Andy Cruz, David Morrell, all these other guys, like you were saying, these are the
Yes.
guys now that the Cubans are seeing how good they can be in professionals, bro. So is this going to be a new dynamics where the Cubans are going to be a force in the professional boxing? Are we
Okay.
looking at Cubans in the next 10
Yes.
years?
Yes. Yes.
Are we
Yes.
looking at
Uh,
Cubans in the next 10 years like Andy Cruz?
Absolutely.
These are
Absolutely.
the going.
Absolutely.
So what I want to see is the boxing transition going to change where the Cubans will be the pound for pound fighters? Is the Cuban going to be a number one pound for pound, or is it true like all these Mexicans are coming in here and telling me that Radstar Cubans cannot beat elite fighters when it comes up to the professional
Okay.
rankings? The
Okay.
Cubans,
I'm the
see, the
come up.
thing
They're
is,
on the
right,
come
is
up.
the
I
Cubans,
respect that
let me
because
ask
they're
you
on the
this,
come up.
is the
They're
Cubans style, they're about jabbing. They got a beautiful amateur style. They work on points. And you should know this, Suleiman. Being a
Mhm,
boxer, being somebody that's fought in the Golden Gloves, you
mhm.
understand that the Cubans, they go for points. The
Yes.
problem in the
Yeah.
professionals, it takes more than that.
Okay, but we're talking about the super elite world class level like Lara. Lara, look at the fights that let me mention some of his fights that I say were iconic fights for Lara. When he fought Jarrett Hurd in the unification match, you saw the excellence of his style. Jarrett Hurd had to bite his mouthpiece, bro, and go in the pocket, bro, with him and trade and take shots, and luckily was able to. I mean, he bent his shoulders, crouched, and started fighting like a Ken Norton against him, bro. I'm telling you, people watched that fight and they loved that fight. And then he got a lucky knockdown over Lara. Lara still dusted himself out, got up, and went the distance, and he lost that fight. And then from that, this man was just to show you how great Lara is. Lara was able to rebuild from that and became a 160-pound WBA champ. You know what I'm saying? Got a knockout win of Danny Garcia. People thought Danny Garcia was going to scare him to death. He managed to frustrate Danny Garcia and knock him out. So this is to show you the 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 modern transition in time. We gotta understand that now Cuba is a very poor country now. They have a lot of economical problems, and this is the only yellow brick road for them, man. It's the yellow brick road for them. The branch, professional boxing is providing them with a branch, with a lifeline, and the lifeline for Cuban nationals now is become a professional boxer and make some real big money so they could help rebuild their nation. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing that the Ukraine is suffering, the Cubans are suffering too, bro. The Cuban country is right now economically very unstable. They don't even have electricity, some of them. So that's the lifeline. The lifeline for them is professional boxing. You know what I'm saying? Professional boxing. And I hear some of them are getting into baseball too, but professional boxing is the lifeline for them, man. Iris Lara is the role model. Rigondos is the role model. William Scott, Oshley Iglesias, David Morrell Jr. That guy's like a star over there, bro. That dude walks with his chest out. He look like a ball player. You know what I'm saying? So, we forgot another Cuban. That he was WBO, ex-WBO champion. Robisi Ramirez. Another hot Cuban national, bro. On fire in the 126 and 130-pound division. He fought a bomb burner with Rafael Espinoza, who's a gigantic man. He's very tall. That's why he had trouble adjusting with the height. But he is gonna get a rematch. So Robisi Ramirez, bro, he also another man that's on fire. You know what I'm saying? Extensive amateur career. He was provided with a lifeline with professional boxing so he could become a superstar, elite professional boxer, be able to support his family, contribute to his nation. You know what I'm saying? This is what professional boxing does, man. Professional boxing provides sustenance for these hardworking men from Mexico, from Puerto Rico, from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And We can't hurt that, man. Professional boxing. Look at Jake Paul what he did this
But
weekend.
let's talk
Look
about
what
that
Jake
for a
Paul did
second.
this
But
weekend, man. He made
let's talk
$40
about
million,
the
man.
Cubans.
A young
Let's
man
talk.
from
But
Ohio.
wait. Let's talk about the Cubans in what they have brought to boxing already. Now we do have. I reckon if I say, ladies and gentlemen, if I say, give me your top three Cuban all-time professionals, Rigondeaux has to be in there number one. I don't care what you say. Rigondeaux has to be one of them guys that's number one out there, number two, right? That's the
Yeah,
best level that you've had. That's the
Bringing that
best
was very
level
good.
that you've had. Then, if I say maybe King Kong Ortiz, remember him? Remember King Kong Ortiz? The one which you had a good fight with Deontay Wilder, the one that lost to Andy Ruiz. Now, he's a Cuban, right? They used to say he's
Oh, how
50
about the
years
one? How
old.
about this fight? The one that lost to Riddick
Then you
Bowe,
got Eucharist
Jorge
Gamboa.
Gonzalez.
I'm giving you
No,
the names, bro.
oh,
Eucharist
Gamboa. Oh,
Gamboa.
Gamboa was a star, bro.
Yeah,
Gamboa,
Gamboa was a man back in the day.
and
He was the man that put it out there for the Cubans. And the
and look what he
fight
did
that
to
never
Terence
happened.
Crawford. Look what he did to
Oh
Terence
man,
Crawford. He
you're just
rocked
cutting
Terence
me off,
Crawford.
bro. All you're
He
doing is cutting me off,
he
bro.
almost he went toe to toe with Javante for a minute, man. He showed Javante, that fight when he fought Javante, bro. Javante had to go back on his skill pocket and take all his weapons out, bro. His whole arsenal on him. That fight, people still watch that fight, man. That
Oh
got
yeah,
Gamboa,
what about Joel Casamayor?
John Casamignola right there. That's true. That was a
Wow,
great
he's
lightweight
a
champ.
good fighter, bro.
He was a great lightweight champion, man. He sure was, bro. He sure was. They sacrificed themselves in professional boxing to give an opportunity, a lifeline, an opportunity for Cuban nationals to persevere and become successful. Become
So let's talk
successful.
about today's climax. Because many years ago, ladies and gentlemen, many years ago, I don't know if Solomon's going to agree, if he understands boxing. I'm a pugilist. There was a time that the British were the dominators of who started boxing in the Queensberry rules.
Yes,
They're
right.
the
That's
ones.
right.
They're the ones who dominated and started the game.
Because
Okay,
they mastered the science of
they
professional
mastered the
boxing.
science. The
Yeah, the
British
jab,
were
the,
the master of the fist fighting. Remember,
the
they were the
training,
master of fist fighting.
the
But
movement, the
now let me
lateral
just say
movement.
this, ladies and gentlemen. In the 80s, in the 70s, and the 90s, when I did my research, the American black man had took over by then. The American black man was more of the dominant force in the culture of boxing for a period. But then came the Europeans. Then came the Mexicans were dominant in the 80s. So when I say what culture or what race, or can I say what people are the toughest at the moment in 2024, can you give me that answer, Solomon? Can you
Well,
give me the answer of
I don't want to. I say it's a mix. It's a mix. It's a mixed batch because you got the Ukrainians. They got the European, which
are the
those countries are.
European the toughest? Are the Mexican the toughest? Are the English the toughest? Are the who's the
Okay, are
toughest
you talking about
breed?
money?
Who's got
Money.
more
Okay,
tougher breeds at the moment?
okay, okay. The
Is it the
Europeans.
fucking Latinos? Is it the fucking blacks? Is it the Europeans? Is it the
Okay,
Russians?
okay.
Because look at
Well,
Alpha Beta Beer.
respectfully,
Look at
respectfully.
Bivol, bro.
Okay,
Look at
okay.
these
These guys,
guys.
but they don't generate the money of an AJ, bro. I
I
mean,
don't care about money. I'm talking about physical specimen.
okay,
The
fiscal.
man who looks like the tougher man. Talk
Okay,
about that.
okay, bro.
Punch Drunk says Latinos. Some people said the Asian people, like the Japanese now. Go ahead.
Okay, well, we have to look at technique, professional boxing technique. Is mixed, bro. I can't really. Every single body got every country got a piece because you got Inui. Inui is supposed to be like the blueprint of a perfect boxer. He has the power, that's the movement. He has the speed, the style. He has the youth. He has everything. So he's like the blueprint. The Japanese blueprint will be him. Then Cuban fighters, you got Osli Iglesias. Even his
Yeah,
hands
but
are big.
let's talk
He's
about let's talk about the fighters in the pound for pound, right?
okay,
Usyk,
pound for pound. Okay,
Usyk is a Ukrainian white man. correct?
Yeah, a Ukrainian, a white man southpaw who came for two division unified champ because he was also a cruiserweight champion. A movement. Even there, he had to like when he fought this dude from England. I remember when he fought that guy from England was giving
Daniel
him
Dubois,
no, not Danny Dubois, but the other guy when he
Derek
fought.
Chisora,
No, when he was a cruiserweight, when he was on the come up, that dude,
and
the white
Tony
guy.
Bellew.
Yeah, Tony Bello. When he fought
Come on,
Tony
bro.
Bello,
You're talking to
yo,
me.
Tony Bello was giving him some blarney, bro. Tony Bello was gutsy, bro. He was ballsy in that fight. And to tell the truth, if Tony Bello was able to maintain that, we wouldn't be hearing about Usyk now. But Usyk was like a killer instinct. He turned his killer instinct on and knocked that man out. And that you know how many people jumped on the Usyk bandwagon back then, and they still on that bandwagon, and it's because of that, because of that fight. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
listen, do you know this is what I want to get to the actual science of different specimen, different cultures, men who are bigger in different races, whereas men are smaller. You know, Punch made a good point. There's not many black people under the middleweight that are the top dogs. Like when you look at the lower weight from 126, I mean, you got a lot of black guys there. They're competing. They're a force to be recognized with. The Gary Russells, the guys which are out there in the smaller divisions, they did campaign, right? But the ones who are dominant are the white boys and the Asian boys and the Mexican and the Latino guys. Those are very dominant in the smaller weight categories. But maybe that could be true. That a lot of the black guys they are more dominant over divisions after maybe 126.
Okay, it's the bone structure, bro.
It's
You
the
gotta
bone
understand.
structure.
Yeah, the bone. Like for example, like me, I have a bone structure of a very small man. I have small fists, small wrists. So like you have to be realistic. Like if you're fighting in a harder division and you have the weight, they say you're a very muscle bound middleweight, right? You're gonna have to box and move. And if you have the chance to cut down the weight and go down to those division and become a champion and transition to world championship, like look at for example, like Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano is a very petite woman. She weighs 126. She's a puncher. She's a speed. She's a little phenomenon in there, right?
Mm.
So she moved up 10 pounds. She moved up to 140 to fight Katie, right? You see like that she's very talented, but yes, she's very small, right? She was able to make the weight at those levels,
Mm.
right, and excel. A lot of women, Black American women, might have a little more musculature, so it might be a little more difficult to make 126, 118,
But
and
who's
for
actually,
men
if
too.
you look at the women today, you got Clarissa Shields, you got Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, then you got fighters from like Alicia Bomber, Mikhail Mayer, you got other fighters all over. So it's like the women are from anywhere really. It depends on talent. With the men, if I look at the men now, you know what I mean? I look at the Europeans, Usyk. I look at Japanese fighters, they're dominating. Ioka, right? Tanakas, and all these guys like fucking Janitos and what's his name? The main guy himself, Naoya Inoue. The Japanese are a big force in the smaller weight classes.
But you had
They're
some,
the
but you
dominant
had
force. Answer your phone, bro. So look, to me, I feel like everybody has a division or a certain period that you get certain fighters that they are the more dominant of that division for a period of time. It depends. If we look at the pound for pound, we got Usyk, we got Terence Crawford, we have Naoya Inoue, we have Arthur Beterbiev, we got Bivol. So we got fighters that are basically from everywhere around the world that are dominating the sport of boxing. You get it? It's not just one kind of kind of kind of a race. It's every race. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, different people have their time where they dominate a certain division and they become the face of boxing. Like Canelo Alvarez, he's the face of boxing. He's a Mexican. You get it? So everybody has their time. I just feel like the Cubans, have I really seen the Cubans dominate apart from Rigadel? You know? I've been wanting to go to Japan. That would be crazy to go watch a fight in Japan, bro. Europeans run boxing from middleweight and up. The Latinos and Asians run the lower divisions. hmm And I feel like there was a time where the black man was the baddest man on the planet. The black man from Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier. Yeah? And the list goes on. Larry Holmes. Those were the dominant guys. Lennox Lewis. There was a phase that the black man was the baddest man on the planet. Whether you like it or not, they were dominating that division. The heavyweight division was at a period for the black man. He was running it. The Cubans got the best gangster movie of all time, Scarface. They ain't answering my question in boxing. What are the Cubans doing in the boxing world as professionals? Now, I'm hoping that Andy Cruz ain't one of these guys that is a great, great amateur that when it comes to the pinnacle of fighting an elite fighter at the pro level, that he'll get beat. I hope Andy Cruz is a fighter that can do it in the professionals like they did it in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? It's like that the Cubans have always been the best at amateur. Americans have too many sports. Yes, they do. They're very spoiled. Mayweather started the demise in boxing, but at least he made the money. Yeah, of course he made the money, bro. Mayweather did something else in boxing. You know what I mean? He knew how to do the business. He knew how to sell himself. That was what Mayweather was good at. But look, at the end of the day, today, the whole world, it depends. The whole world are dominant in the sport of boxing. There's no one race. There ain't no just one fucking race in boxing. You know what I mean? That don't exist. It's not like that race is always going to be the best. It don't work like that. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Who's this? Al in the house.
Yo, what up, rap?
What's going on, bro?
Can you hear me well?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
man.
I can hear you.
All right, all good, man. Yeah, man, it's been like a month and a half. Last time you had some like COVID or you had some like flu. So
Yeah,
hopefully
no,
all
it
is good
wasn't
now.
COVID, bro. I just had some kind of fucking chest infection for a few days, bro.
Ah, well, it's good. It's good that you're better now.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
We're
man.
back.
So y'all was talking about some crazy genetics, man. Speaking of crazy genetics, man, I want to say guys like Bacoli and Zhang are some interesting specimens at heavyweight, man. I think that's why all of us want to see that banger, just
But
because
let's
these
be
guys are some
honest, the
like,
black man has been the man who's been the guy that the white man wanted to pay for. I've watched all the documentaries. I know why Sonny Liston became who he is. I know why the Jack Johnson was the biggest fighter that they wanted to see this black man because they are species. Black man was the man that mans wanted to pay for because they were, they were known to be the baddest man in the planet, and the white men were paying for that. Like that was their thing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I think it kind of goes with what Mr. Punch was saying a while ago in the comments. Is something about like it depends on who we're focusing, like the divisions, right? If it's like below middleweight or above middleweight, and also you have to take into account which promoters are investing on what we're talking about, right? Like who do you want to pay to watch? But anyways, man, you guys are speaking. You were speaking about the Cuban game not so long ago, right?
Yeah.
Um, what do you think, man? Who are you picking for this Morrell versus Benavidez outcome?
I mean,
Because
I'm
that's
just
pretty.
gonna be straight with you, bro. I'm edging with Benavidez, but I know Morrell can pull it off. I mean,
Hmm.
Morrell could be the unknown. He could be a guy who's got so much in his arsenal. But I've got to go with David Benavidez, bro, because he's the A side. He picked the fight, and I feel like he's ready for this guy.
Yeah, isn't Morrell and David about the same age? Because I'm
Yeah,
surprised, man. Like head to head, they look about equal in size. I was
yeah. In fact,
surprised.
Morrell looked taller.
Yeah, so if they're about the same age, man, that's gonna probably play a factor in the
Mm.
fight, man. Because I think Morrell's got some dog in him. You know, he didn't look that good against Hot Rod, but it's the same thing could be said about Benavidez didn't look that
Yo,
great
can you
against
stay there? Yeah,
Gvozdyk.
can you talk to the people because they're saying my volume is low, so I got to come out and come back.
All right, it's all good. Who else is on there? Suleiman. I see Suleiman in there. So, anyways, man, I was talking about what's his name? Oh yeah, the performance with Hot Rod, right? When Morrell fought Hot Rod, I mean, he was able to edge it out, but you know, maybe he had to fill out with 175, and then of course you had Benavidez with Vosdik at 175. So this is going to be an interesting fight, man. I think it's actually 50-50. I have it right now, to be honest with you. If we had to edge it, I guess we would go with Benavidez, just the experience. He's had better fights, better competition, but at the same time, Morrell's got a pretty good pedigree. And regarding the topic about the Cuban game, I think Morrell, I guess maybe you can include like Andy Cruz, but there's like a new breed of Cuban fighters that are, I guess, changing the stigmatic, uh, uh, I guess, image they've had before in previous years, and maybe now they're fighting more, like literally fighting more, or showing more in the bag. I know you guys mentioned like Casamayor, for example, because Casamayor had a different style than Lara or like a Rigondeaux. So I think it's good, man. We're seeing some new tricks in the bag with the Cuban game. Even like you guys mentioned, what's his name, Luis Ortiz, if I remember his name right, right? The guy that fought Wilder. His style was different. Not sure if the age made a difference,
Yo, can you
but
hear me better? Can you hear me better?
yeah, yeah, it still sounds
Does
great as before.
does everybody in the channel can hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, boss. But
No,
check
they're
this
saying
out.
that my
But you,
volume is
you guys forgot to say Jorge Gonzalez. Remember the one that fought Riddick Bowe, the big bald-headed dude that was real tall. You got a lot of Cuban nationals that came to the sport of professional boxing, and they provided a lifeline for themselves, and they contributed to the sport too. You know what I'm saying? But he was talking about the smaller weight divisions. The smaller weight divisions. The problem is that like a lot of these young guys, the musculature is too big, and we also talked about like he talked about where the big boxers are coming. The big money making guys are mostly Europeans. Europeans at this time in the heavyweight division, because we got AJ, who's a national icon making big bucks still even now. He could generate a lot of money. Danny Dubois, another one, a Grenadian, who's living in the UK and became a UK national and a champion. We got a lot of guys, man. We got Filip Hrgovic, who still can make a comeback. We got Zhang too, that humongous Asian, who I think is still interim champion. So we got all these guys, man. All these guys are contributing to the sport. But in the smaller divisions, it's true he's saying mostly Caribbean, Hispanics, Asians are contributing to the sport in those divisions. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the Puerto Rican, the unified champ at 105 right now. So the sport is still an exciting sport, man. It's still an exciting sport, and basically you learning a modern Queensberry style fighting, man. Because you got to use your balls, your feet when you box. You got to have lateral movement, the training. Uh, everything is still Queensberry, but it's a little more tweaked out with modern tactics, modern science. That's all.
So you know what I've noticed about boxing is about manhood. You have to understand something which is very deep. And if I made a documentary, you would understand this. I've been around boxing all over the world. Did you know? You guys ain't even gonna believe this. But I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. Do you know that I've trained with boxers which are from a third world country? Years ago. I've seen how the English boxers, they're always divas. Oh man, I want more money. Oh man, we're only getting 10, 20,000 a fight until we get there. Well, let me tell you guys something. The American fighters as well, I'm going to talk to these guys. All the fighters in a Western world, you guys haven't got it like the third world countries, bro. Those third world country boxers have to fight like hungry guys for nothing until they get recognition, until they're so special. Can you hear me? That these are the guys that third world countries, they have a different way of thinking. They have to go through hardship. Guys in America, guys in England, yeah, we got it hard in boxing. It's not that easy, right? But sometimes you got to understand the next man who's made it to that country, he has to be like a servant in the beginning to get where he needs to get to. So the third world country, you have to be special. Otherwise, it's hard to get the backing, the money, and the same recognition out of if you're from England or America. And that's why I say boxers are divas. When they're from my country or America, they act like divas because they've not had it that hard. Some of them. You understand?
Yeah, that's true. Even when you're boxing, like I mean, when I'm sparring like Uzbeks or guys from like Turkmenistan, man, they're really tough, man. So that's 100% true. And we all know, like the Uzbeks, man, the Uzbeks have a really, really good, even like Kazakhstan, all those Turkic Republic countries, man, they got a really, really good amateur pedigree, but they also come to fight, just like the Mexican school. That's why Akhmedov versus Duarte was a really good fight, man. That was one of my favorite fights in the previous card. Akhmedov came to fight, so did
Most
Duarte. So
Mexicans they make it off the back of being the
And he's been
underdog.
fighting his top quality opposition for a while, Akhmadov. That guy, he's been fighting for championships, and he's been in a championship level for a minute. And it's true what you're saying because that's their livelihood, that's the lifeline in those countries like Romania, Uzbekistan. If you you know even Cuba, if you are a professional amateur fighter, that's how you make your little
Because
bread, man.
even
And
the English have tried to get fighters like, remember that guy, what's his name, Lopez? They bring Lopez over to fight fucking Josh Warrington or the other guy, and we all lost to that Lopez. That Lopez came from Mexico. He made a name after beating the guys in England. Then you had fighters coming over that we were trying to use, but
oh,
sometimes
you're
it
talking about Lara,
backfires.
Mauricio Lara. Remember
Yeah,
Mauricio Lara?
Mauricio Lara. Remember that?
Yeah, the one that knocked out, and then you see how he knocked out Lee Wood, and Lee Wood beat him in the second fight, and he couldn't meet the weight. Something was weird about him. He just faded away. He went into 130 pounds. Has been there ever since. Something happened with that guy because he made that trip over there, knocked out Lee Wood, lost the rematch, and Lee Wood too. Lee Wood is such a national icon. He gave up the belt, and I don't know. He's just his name just he's semi quasi retired now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's why too. Mark Maxayo, he's another one, became a champion, lost the belt, and he's hiding in 130 pounds. All these guys are not fighting. They're all PBC, right? They're not fighting. PBC got to cut them loose or something, man.
yeah, I mean, going back to what Rap said, man, that's why I had picked. I mean, I had honestly, man, Liam Cameron when he was when he fought what's his name, Ben Whitaker. Like I knew, man. I'm telling you, man. When I watched Ben Whitaker fight Leon Willings, that fight was like an anomaly, man, because Willings was actually giving Whitaker some tough times, and that's the problem, man. When you're too defensively sound, man, and you hear stories of like Whitaker having problems with like guys like Leon Williams in what's his name, Liam Williams in sparring. You can tell, man, when you pressure a guy and they don't have a lot of experience getting hit or touched hard, it's gonna be a difficult fight for them, man. That's probably why Whitaker's been on the quiet since the Liam Cameron fight, man, because he was kind of what they call quote exposed. You know, sometimes you can't just be too defensively sound, man. You actually have to bite deep and you have to fight, man. So that experience is all gonna pay off when you really learn how to fight, literally.
I mean, sometimes the underdog turns it around. They might be there to make up the numbers, but you get the underdog that's trained really hard, and the other guys overlooked him, and he changes his life by beating the favorite and being the guy that can actually now get some recognition. And it always happens when they get it wrong, and the underdog he gets his fucking just dues. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that happens in
I'm
boxing.
But even like remember with Prince Nas, man, really really good, slick, defensively sound, man. But whenever he would get touched, man, like he would get dropped easily, and that's just
Yeah.
because he's just too defensively sound, man. Sometimes you need to break in, like literally you need to break in your head. Regardless of what headgear you're wearing, man, but you have to fight, man, because that stuff's gonna pay off when you're in a really tough situation, you know. So,
Yeah,
anyways, I
because
just
I'll
think
be
that was
honest with you,
unfortunate.
bro. It's just like human in it, mankind, yeah. Sometimes everybody who's come up a different way, they have a different kind of a thought process. Yes, boxing comes with skills, but remember this, and somebody told me this a long time ago: hard work and dedication can beat skills.
Yeah, it takes you a long way. How
Hard work,
yeah,
discipline, and dedication can beat
you could
a
be a C
gifted
class
guy.
fighter. A C class fighter was training, is paying dues in the gym. Let me give you an example. John Ryder is like that. John Ryder comes in peak condition. He paying his dues in the gym, and he was able to beat a guy like Danny Jacobs, who had obviously better skill. An ex world champion had better skill, but his hard work, his determination, his perseverance was able to beat him and get a win, and that's how you got the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's a perfect example of what you're saying. Hard work, you know, determination, willpower will win. Like also the guy that fought Boom Boom Mancini and died. That guy, he wasn't a great fighter, but the problem is he's very determined, always in condition, and was able to give Boom Boom that bomb burn and even died in the process. But that I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. You also got to be a dog in the fight too. That's what I'm saying. John Ryder, man, he gave Caleb Smith even a good fight too. So you're right against Danny Jacobs, Caleb Smith, because John Ryder's a dog, man. He
See, you
comes
might
to
not be a
fight.
good fighter, yeah? You might not have natural gifted skills. You might not have the skills like the other guy. The other guy has natural movement. The other guy is versatile. We know the other guy's got gifts. But a man who works hard and he's constantly dedicated, he can beat that guy.
Yeah, because that's dedication. That's like you see the amount of muscle tissue that guy has. The he has hardly no body fat, so he's missing meals. Like a guy giving him ice cream, he said, "No, I don't want it." You have to have a certain kind of discipline for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at work myself, and people say, "Oh, you want ice cream?" They bring me an ice cream, and I give it to my coworker. He gives it to somebody else because I say, "Yo, that's like 500 calories. I'm not eating that." You know what I'm saying? I'm right now. I'm in the process of becoming like like the discipline of a John Ryder, somebody like that, so I could go back to my natural weight. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll creep up on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember the thing that destroyed this dude. He was supposed to be the next Sugar from Fort Worth, New Jersey. That guy, Donald Curry. Donald Curry was supposed to be the hottest shit, but he kept ballooning in weight. So when he fought Lloyd Hunnigan, that fight he was supposed to knock out Lloyd Hunnigan. You remember that fight? And he ballooned. He cut so much weight that he lost a lot of muscle mass. And in that fight, he got knocked out. And it was on cuts too. He busted him up. Lloyd Hunnigan busted him up. I think
Yeah.
that was Lloyd Hunnigan's best performance was that fight, right? In my opinion.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's to do with a mindset as well, right? Your mind. Your mind has everything to do with it, with your mental toughness. You could have the skills, yeah, but if you're a fighter who hasn't got that mind which is so tough, you ain't going to be able to take all these cuts or your jaw broke or your nose broke and be able to still perform at an elite level. Okay? So some fighters, yo, that noise, shut that noise off, Suleiman. When I'm talking, cut that noise off, bro. All right? The main thing is you could be a great fighter, but it's also your resistance. It's also what is your mental toughness. Your mental toughness is your one of your biggest attributes and your biggest skill set.
Yeah.
You
It's
know what I
probably the
mean?
biggest. Yeah, it's probably the biggest attribute
Because
in fighting.
look, some fighters, right? They can fucking take a big cut in their face, a big cut in their eye, and they can still carry on. It it doesn't affect them as much. But then you get some fighters, they get one injury and they can't do much. Because you know why? It's fucking playing on their mind. You understand? And some fighters, they haven't got the resistance. So that takes a mental toughness, bro. You have to see things in life to be able to deal with that. You got to have that mindset that I'm a killer. I ain't going out. Ain't nobody going to beat me. And that is what the top elite boxers need. They need a mind that is on another level that just won't be broke. And that is also one of the biggest attributes for one of the best boxers in the world. Like Floyd Mayweather can get hated as much as he wants. But when Floyd Mayweather was going to jail, he still knows how to perform at the best high level at his capability.
Like yeah, like look at the fight
It's a
when he fought
mindset.
Corrales, when he fought that what was his name? Diego Corrales, that big giant dude, and he was a 130-pound champ, and it was a unification, right? And he knocked him cold. I was like, oh, I think that was his greatest win, man. His greatest win to me when he knocked out Corrales,
At the
Chico
end,
Corrales.
can't just be a winner by body. You got to be a winner by mind, in your mind as well, Carl.
And he knocked out Angel Manfredi. Remember when he knocked out Angel Manfredi?
Yep.
He left him sitting on the ropes, and then Angel Manfredi just knocked out Arturo Gatti the fight before on cuts.
Hmm. Yep.
And that fight was an awesome fight because he dropped Gatti and then he beat him up, and then they put him. He got the Floyd Mayweather fight, and Floyd Mayweather knocked him out so fast, man. He was blinding fast, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of his
But
career.
let me speak to Carl about this. Carl, what's going on, bro?
What's happening, mate? Can you hear me?
How you doing?
What's
Can
up,
you hear me,
Carl?
bro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
we can
going
hear
on,
you.
bro?
Carlito.
Carlitos way, man.
Yes, Carl.
What's going on?
Man, big
Sorry.
things are going on, Carl. We got Benavidez, we got Morrell. We were
We got
talking
fucking
about
Liam Paro before then, bro. What are we talking about here?
no, but Benavidez and Morrell's press conference was today,
Mm,
so we were
that
just
was good.
catching up with that.
No, that was good. I liked it. That was good.
So, what do you think about what I'm saying? That a boxer can have all the skills, but he has to have a winner's mindset. He has to have something built within him that's ingrained in his brain that makes him a champion all the time.
Well, Rap, a good mate of mine once told me that mental is to physical is 4:1, bro. So, as physical as you need to be, your mind has to be 4 times stronger than your fucking body. You know, so your mental mindset has to be 4 times stronger than what your physical body can take. You know what I mean? The mind's a powerful tool, bro. If you don't have the fucking mindset, you can have all the skills in the world.
Because even if you have doubts going into a fight, that can fucking show up in your performance.
100%. 100%.
Right. So I was saying, do you think some of these third world country fighters who are coming from countries which are not as privileged, the reason why some of them make it in the sport of boxing is just their mental toughness as well as some of the skills they got. But it's the mental
100%.
toughness that takes a lot of these fighters through.
100%.
Yeah.
And look how a guy like Pacquiao, look how guys like that carry himself, bro. He could be the president of his country. No problem at all. The people love him. He's a man of the people. Could Floyd Mayweather do that?
Mm, I hear you. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. You need a mindset for this. Boxing is not
100%.
just about physical attribute. Boxing is about how you approach the fight, how you are composed in the fight, how you can see what's coming because you're so, you know what I mean? You're kind of working at this guy because you're confident to put yourself in places to see what he's got. That's all to do with your mind and your confidence, right? So, that's why certain fighters, they got a warrior spirit. They can't,
Yep.
some of them, they will it's hard to see them get broke because that's just their gifted skill.
Yeah,
I
and
love
that's
seeing.
why, yeah, I'd say that's why Floyd's best fights were De La Hoya for me, De La Hoya, Cotto, Canelo, and probably Mosley. Like if we're talking about toughness and what you can prove besides just special skills and attributes, because to me, like Pretty Boy Floyd, I just think Floyd was just overmatched most of his opponents, man. To be honest, even the Corrales cat. But when he fought Cotto, Mosley, Canelo, and what's the other cat, De La Hoya, I think he really proved, man, he's also a fighter, man. He's got dog in him because he could withstand that type of what we're calling the dog in him.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, I agree.
De La
I,
Hoya used to, mind game wise, De La Hoya used to, he beat people before even the fight started. He beat a lot of good fighters like that, like Wilfredo Rivero, that guy that was the Puerto Rican dude. Like he already had him beat. He already had him beat before the fight even started because the guy was so talented, bro. And there was an aura. People was like shock. It was shock and awe with De La Hoya. And the only guy, to tell you the truth, that was able to beat that was Floyd. Floyd became the Shakanor after that. After he beat De La Hoya, he became the Shakanor because people were
And
shocked. They just
let me use an example of a fighter that I think has such a powerful mind. Just because, can you just go on mute for a sec, Solomon? Just because of his country behind him, and due to what they've been through, is that Usyk has a fucking warrior spirit mind. Usyk, to me, reminds me of an assassin, like a soldier. He's like a hitman. He's a man that knows what he's got to do, and he just won't be broke. So I think Usyk has a killer mindset in his brain. In order to win, he has to have this mental toughness.
yeah, but he proved that in that fight, the fight I was telling you about, the one with that guy, the British guy, he used to call him the bomber.
Tony Bellew.
Yeah, when he fought Tony Bellew, he proved that, bro. And those dudes are warriors, bro. Those Ukrainian dudes are tough cookies, bro. They're tough cookies, man. What their country's been through, bro. I mean, they've been through a lot, man. And those guys, those dudes persevered, bro. You know what I'm saying? So even the Klitschko's, they went through a lot themselves in their professional boxing careers. And those guys are tough cookies, bro. And they put out a lot of talent. You got a lot of fighters coming out from that country, man. You got Berenchek is Ukrainian. Let me see. We got like 4 or 5 Ukrainian champions. Lomachenko was Ukrainian. We got a ton of Usyk is Ukrainian. We got a ton of Ukrainians that are champions. Bohacek, look at that.
Yep.
We got a lot of Ukrainians, bro. And these guys are all tough. Lipinets is Ukrainian. They're all tough cookies, bro.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'll give you a good example too. We're speaking about toughness. I always thought Kambosos, to me personally, Kambosos is a real live dog, man. Just with his experience with Pacquiao. So to Lomachenko, for him to beat Kambosos in that fashion says a lot about the Ukrainian fighters game too. So you guys are bringing some really good points about that, yeah. But I'd say Kambosos, man, underrated dog in my opinion. He's a real.
Yeah, that's Killer Kambosos, bro. What he did to Teofimo, that was unprecedented, bro. They was calling him the emperor, bro. The thing is that they made it almost impossible for Devin Haney to beat him because even his father didn't want to send his training down there. So he's tough, but Haney has to be tough too because he had to go over there in Australia, a guy being called the emperor, and defeat him, who was undefeated not once but twice. That's not easy work, bro. People tend to overlook that on Haney, bro. The Camboso is a monster, bro. The problem with Haney was that the Camboso, he couldn't land nothing on Haney. If he would have landed his trademark left hook, he would have made he would have been putting his hands on him with the left, but he couldn't land on them. He couldn't land. That kid was too defensive. You know what I'm saying? Haney got messed up after the Regis Progress fight. That's when he started messing up, changing his style.
For me, that fight with Ryan Garcia made zero sense because I saw Devin beat Kambosos twice, then he beat Lomachenko, then he fought Regis Prograis, all for belts, and then he takes this sideways money grab with fucking Ryan Garcia, and look what happened, man. Like, I think Ryan Garcia is going to fight before Devin Haney will, and Ryan Garcia is fucking suspended. So, mate, that makes sense. Like, mentally,
He should have fought by Baltimore, bro. Is that what they did? What they did the same thing what they did to Jake Paul.
Why didn't he fight Sandor Martin? Why didn't he fight Sandor Martin?
No, the same thing they did to Jake Paul. Like, you see, why did Jake Paul go in the ring with Tyson? Because they said, oh, 40 million Korea ain't changing money. So the same thing, the same format they use on Devin and his father. Oh, that's a boatload of money. That's Korea changing money. This and that. So that's why he took it.
As much as I can't stand Jake Paul, I've got to say that promotion on Netflix was fucking outstanding. How they had the guys from that Squid Game sitting in the crowd, like they were advertising their own thing during the fight. I thought that was a genius move. I think that was a genius move. I think it was a really good production and a good card. I didn't mind the card. From Dana Coolwell, Shushu Carrington, I thought Dana Coolwell gave a good account of himself. Yeah, he got beaten soundly, but it's one thing I give these Aussies, mate, is when they get a chance to step in and fight for a title or, just fight a big name. They don't give a fuck. Like that young Dana Coolwell, man, he'll learn a lot from that fight.
Yeah, I think sometimes this sounds a bit cliche, yeah. But when fighters have got a lot to gain when they beat fighters, sometimes you like to see the fighters when they got that hunger in them, right? But when the fighters get a bit complacent and they start getting a little bit, man, I hear that noise again, bro. It's bugging me, bro. But when fighters get complacent and they start to, do other things that, just distractions a little bit and they come back, sometimes I don't like, I'm not saying diva in them, but they don't perform, right? But when they're hungry and they're coming up like Liam Paro, he been put into a situation that he had to fucking perform. So Liam Paro goes against that guy Montana Love. It's a 50-50 fight. He wins that fight, goes in against Subriel Matias. I don't think he went in there where he was the favorite. They were letting Subriel Matias to see if he can beat Paro, and then Eddie Hearn will re-sign him. But he pulls it off. So what I don't want to see in Liam Paro or fighters like that is if they get complacent, start making some millions, and then they're not as hungry.
I think that's one thing. I think Liam Paro, man, he is a good boxer. He's got good footwork. I got all the confidence in the world in Liam, man.
And you mentioned something too. I'm sorry to call you up, but you mentioned something too, right? You people was making fun of Arnold Barbosa and William Cepeda for postponing their fights for fighting for because what happens, their mind is not right. Because Arnold Barbosa was getting married. Then they tried to offer him the fight with Jose Cepeda to fight for the vacant WBC belt. He turned it down. So then he put Regis, and Regis knocked the guy out. But he has a wedding scheduled. So he took care of that, got himself squared away, right? And now he's gonna
Who's the
possibly, yeah,
He had a baby. His
he
wife had a
possibly
baby.
gonna fight. And William Cepeda is the same thing. Like he has a lot of stuff going on, so he had to change it.
Zepeda's there. I'm just not sure Zepeda's that guy. I mean, if we had a Tevin Farmer, man, look, that was a close fight. That was a good ass fight, man. That was a great fight, actually. That Tevin Farmer, man, shout out to him. He turned up to. He wasn't laying down for no motherfucker, man. He came to fight, and man, he's almost at father time. Like he's at the pointy end of his career, you know. Like had that have been a Tevin Farmer from 4 years ago, we might be talking a different outcome, you know. Like I don't know. I just don't think Zepeda's all that in a bag of chips. I think he'll struggle like fuck against a guy like Shakur.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll cut the ring off. I don't think he'll be able to cut the ring off against Shakur. I think Shakur's just going to outpoint him.
Once you work out William Zepeda and you got technical skills, you'll be able to land on him consistently.
Yeah, exactly, Rap. I think that fight showed that he was pretty limited against Tevin Farmer. And I'm not saying Shakur's anything like Tevin Farmer. Doesn't have the power of Tevin Farmer. But I tell you what, man, Shakur's gifted. And if anyone thinks Zepeda's going to just walk through Shakur Stevenson, man, they got another thing coming.
I'd say that what made Farmer look good in the fight though was his counters, was his left with his lead left. That's not a Shakur style. Yeah, but that's not Shakur style. So yeah, I mean, as far as the jab, I'd say Farmer and Shakur have very similar jabs, very very similar jabs. So that's something Cepeda will probably have to change going forward. But I think Cepeda had really poor defense in the Farmer fight. I agree with you. It was a close fight. It was a very very close fight.
Yeah.
And Zepeda's got to change.
How old's Tevin Farmer? Is he 38, 39?
Probably about that, man. That dude is so worn, torn, man. He's got like some really bad like aneurysm the reflexes whenever he's finished. I think he has kind of he has some sort of like nerve damage, man, in his eye, man. Because whenever in his last like 5 or 6 fights, man, when he's finishing a round, he has some like unhealthy twitching, man. In his, I don't know what's going on, man, but he's got to be careful, man. Because I mean, kudos to him, man. I want him to make good money and enjoy with his family, but I think he's probably taking some really some too much damage, man, in his career. But I agree, man. He came to fight. He always comes to fight.
Yeah, that was I like it, and that's all I expect from guys, man. And yeah, kudos to him. He turned up. He wasn't laying down, and Zepeda was lucky to get a split decision, man. That was a close fight, damn close fight.
Even what Rap was saying earlier, though, like when a lot of these guys coming from third world countries, let's say, from those Turkic republics, Uzbekistan, Akhmedov also had a really, really close fight. I mean, if anything, I would have had that a draw, to be honest. I thought Akhmedov versus Duarte was a draw, to be fair. Duarte had some pretty good shots, but I would say, as far as the boxing skills wise, I'd say Akhmedov looked a little nicer. But I would have said that should have been
Who won the fight with Oscar Durante? I never saw.
Duarte, bro. Duarte. I didn't think that was a good call, to be honest. I think Akhmedov, he did enough to at least pull off a draw. They got to have a rematch. Even Golden Boy, Oscar even said that deserves a rematch. So that just shows that it goes a lot with what you're saying, that I think Akhmedov has had a lot of unfair decisions throughout his career. So that fight should definitely be a rematch. It was a good card, man. Even Chris, what's his name? CBS against Surdo. We're talking about toughness. He gave Surdo a pretty good fight too. But that was, obviously that was a good Surdo win. But as far as toughness, man, that was a great card to talk about toughness. Except for what's his name? That CP Fresh Smart that
Now,
got
let's talk
clipped
about
by
Zurdo
Collazo.
Ramirez. Zurdo says that he wants Jay Octaya. What do you say about that?
That's a crazy fight, man.
Bring it on.
I say,
Bring it on. Jai will school the fucking pants off that guy, man. He's too slow for Jai. He's too slow and methodical. Jai will dance around that. And Jai's a southpaw as well, bro.
You reckon?
So Zurdo, the last time Zurdo fought a southpaw was in 2019, and he was fighting fucking bums in 2019. And Jai's an elite southpaw. So let's see how Zurdo faces up against an elite southpaw, bro. I think Jai schools the fuck out of him. Absolutely schools him. He might not knock him out. He might go the distance with him, but I just think Jai's at the top of his game, bro. I think Jai is absolutely there, and Jai will make that fight. That fight's happening, no problem at all. Turkey will make that happen. About time we see some unification at this fucking redheaded stepchild cruiserweight division, man. That Billum Smith was offered the fight with Jai before the Zurdo fight. He didn't want it. He knocked it back.
wait, this is crazy. This would be for undisputed then, right? Opatai and Surdo's like the last.
No.
The last.
No, the WBC is held by.
Nah, but you're forgetting that guy Yves Nagabu. That guy, I think he's living in Belgium, who knocked out Floyd Mason. And then I want to see that guy. That's the first guy I want to see Jake Paul fight. I think Jake Paul is too strong for that dude. Jake Paul's too skilled, because that was a good fight. Floyd Mason versus Yves Nagabu, because he basically used the Queensberry boxing technique to wear him down and knock him out. And Floyd Mason is also a tough southpaw from Australia. You know what I'm saying? So if Jake Paul could beat one of those guys, he for sure he's getting his world ranking. And that'll be a good fight. Floyd Mason, ex IBO champion, against Jake. Jake's gonna make a lot of money, man.
Jake wants to fight any top 10. I think Jake just wants to fight big names. I think Jake will just fight retired guys, and I think he's more of a spectacle type guy.
Yo, what's going on with Tommy? Why is Tommy not being active? Why is he being so inactive? Tommy Fury should be fighting. I don't understand that.
He's fighting David Till. What's that guy's name? Till. The MMA guy.
That guy should be active, bro. That guy should be making, at least with a Fury name, he should be making like $10 million a fight.
Michaelian. Noel Gavor Michaelian is the WBC Cruiserweight champion. You
think he's undefeated? You think Tommy Fury could be the next thing for the Furies? Because his brother's about to retire, right?
No, Tommy. I don't think Tommy's that skilled, bro. I don't think Tommy's.
You think he will handle the WBC champ? Because they say he got good boxing technique, and
I don't think he can. I don't think he can, bro. I'm being honest.
And what happened to his cousin, Hughie Fury? Is Hughie Fury still fighting? Hughie Fury, is he still fighting?
I think he fought a couple of weeks ago. Solomon.
Yeah, because these guys are keeping him down low. I know he got another brother too, right? Or cousin or a brother that he's bald-headed. That he's another Fury he's fighting too, but they're not talking about these guys. I think he's a light heavyweight, that one. The other Fury, the bald headed one, is a light heavyweight, right?
I'm not. I don't follow the Furies.
They got a shitload of Furies fighting, man. But
Yeah.
the Tommy Fury guy, he's very thin, man. I think he could do light heavyweight. I think he's too big. He's too little for cruiserweight. He's too little. That's why Jake Paul can't get the rematch because the guy's small.
Yo, wait. So who's got the WBC at cruiser?
It's
No,
some dude that guy that knocked out is Nadal something. He's the one that
Which
knocked
country?
out.
hang on.
Which
let me-
country?
I think he's French or something. He's
German.
French, but he
German.
knocked out. He knocked out. That dude knocked out Junior Makabu.
His name's
He knocked out
Noel
Makabu.
Gavor
Makabu was supposed to fight Canelo one time. Makabu would have got killed by Canelo.
Hold on. What was his name?
Junior Makabu, that guy, Junior Makabu, he was a WBC champion. He's from
No, no, but I'm saying that the guy that currently holds the WBC. What's his name?
It's some power punching dude. He's supposed to be a feared power puncher. I could look it up. He's supposed to be one of the most feared power punchers in that division.
Can
They
anyone
say
hear me?
he fought Brandis and was actually going. He fought Brandis and went the distance. That's what people say. Because I was
my
talking
big
another.
thing is this though, and I'm gonna keep it real.
Can you can't hear me or what?
Huh?
Go ahead, Carl.
So the guy who's got the WBC cruiserweight champion is Noel Gavor Michaelian. He's German. He's the guy who's got the WBC. But it was vacant. Badu Jack retired.
Okay. Yeah, because I couldn't find him in the box rank. He's not even ranked, right? I don't see it here.
Michaelian.
Okay, my question
Michaeli.
is this, ladies and gentlemen. Australia seems to be doing well for a short time, and then they're losing their belts, and they're actually not being able to sustain their champions. Now, Jay Optaya, yeah, he's doing okay. He's got his belt back, so he's all right. But is Liam Paro going to be another guy that wins the belt but can't sustain it for his country and be the champion to defend his belts? Because that's been a little bit of a repeating...
Well, you know the difference. I'll tell you the difference between Australians and Americans and probably
Okay,
a
the
few
guy you
others.
guys were asking, I got his information. He's Armenian. He lives in Florida, Miami, Florida. He's really from Armenia, and he's a WBC cruiserweight champion. He's 6'3.5", very tall power puncher. He's 27-2 with 12 knockouts. His two losses one came to Marius Brandis, another one came to Christoph. Christoph, who was a WBO champion. He lost to Christoph and he lost to Marius. That's the only two losses. The points losses. And the Marius.
I want Carl to answer: is this Australian Liam Paro going to lose to this American, or is he going to be able to sustain and be Australians' next champion, who's going to keep the belt?
Rap, I honestly believe that Liam's not going to have. Richardson Hitchens is not going to have anything. Just let me talk, Solomon.
He's a tricky fighter, though. He's tricky.
He's slick. He's slick. But you know what, man? I think Devin Haney and Shakur are slick too. And Liam's got over 100 rounds banked with those guys. Like, he was Devin's sparring partner for Cambosis. Liam Paro's got footwork, man. He can cut the ring off.
Okay, the situation with Liam Paro, right? Liam Paro, he's very intelligent, but people sleep on Australian fight. This guy knows how to hold. He was trained in holding sessions in his camp. Okay, when he does prep camp, he comes in physically fit. I was his friend in Facebook. Now that he's a champion, he don't want to have friends. Okay, but this guy is very acute fighter. He's very good fighter. Okay. He has power. He has power, people. Underrated power. Now the situation with Richard Hitchens is very tall, rangy fighter. He likes to fight. He likes to fight as a for long.
Solomon, your whole fucking mic is gone fucked. Everybody's saying that, Solomon, they can't hear you. You need to either come.
It's not me, boss.
Your mic is fucked up.
It's not me, boss. It's not me.
Being too nice to you on the panel. I'm eating my breakfast and I'm choking.
Sounds
Okay,
like
I'm gonna.
Star Wars.
Sound like Star Wars. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You can't hear the guy, bro. So even you want to listen to all that fuzzy shit, or just rather not even listen. The mic is fucked. Cinnamon, go invest in a mic. Yeah, go ahead about Liam Barrow, bro.
Hey, Rap, I think your mic's fucking up, bro. I think you're sounding a little bit robotic there with yours,
My
bro.
mic's fucked as well, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, yours sounds like shit.
I think everybody's mic is fucked.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was saying about Liam, bro, Liam probably will lose his belt, bro. You know why? Because he'll test himself. He'll test himself against the greatest in his division. That's what he'll do. He won't take tune-up fights. He won't fucking fight fucking cans. He won't fight guys like fucking, who the fuck did Steve Claggett? He won't fight the likes of Steve Claggett's and shit like that. He'll fight fucking respectable guys, man. And that's why he's taken this fight against Richardson Hitchens. I think Richardson Hitchens definitely a live dog. I think it's a 60-40 fight. I just think Liam's been in bigger fights, and I think Liam's got the skills to pay the bills. I think he wins the fight. I don't know if, let's see if Richardson can handle Liam putting one on his chin, because I know Liam will handle everything Richardson's got to throw at him. He's just going to have to dance. That's all he's got. He's got to be slick. He's got to get in and get out. But I think Liam can use a bit of footwork and counter a lot of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so going back real quickly to the cruiserweights, it says that Badu Jack is the champion in Reese's. That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that one guy, Noel Mikhailian, right? Is that the guys you're talking about?
That's him. That's the one.
So he's repping Germany?
Well, I thought it was. I thought it was the German.
He's Armenian. He live in Florida, boss. The WBC got a champion who knocked out Moncabo for the vacant belt because Badu Jack is semi-quasi retired, so they still got him a champion Emirates or something like that. But with the guy, the current champion is this dude from Armenia who lives in Florida, and he has a reputation of being a hard concrete chin dude who has a big punch, and that's why guys are not very infatuated going in. Even Canelo, I heard, don't want to go in the ring, and that guy. That guy is a tough dude, because I was saying, how about if Jake Paul just fights him straight like that? And people was telling me, are you insane? That guy will knock out Jake Paul. I said, nah, man. Jake Paul looked good against Tyson. You know what I'm saying? And the green belt's what he need, bro. But if they want to play him, then he could go the IBO route and fight the Yves Ngabu. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about Jake Paul, the YouTube guy?
Yo, he's not a YouTube. He's a professional fighter, bro. Who happens to have a YouTube following, bro. He's a professional fighter, bro. He made $40 million. I think Jake Paul right now, he could call out any of those cruiserweights, and even Ramirez, and they'll be licking their lips because of the money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Jake Paul, he does a lot of mistakes. I mean, you kind of got to fight yourself, but he does a lot of mistakes, man.
They'll take us. Look, that I heard that the training camp for the Tyson fight was 6 months. So he's gonna fight he's at a level now he could fight 2 times a year, right? So he's at a Canelo-like level, right? So he could tweak it out.
But Jake Paul, we're talking about Jake Paul. Hell's no, not Jake Paul, man.
Yo, Jake Paul's at the Canelo level, bro. He's at the Canelo level in money making.
Oh, you're talking about
Hell's
money
no.
making. That's different. Okay. All right, now,
He's in a Canelo level at money making. So what I'm saying is that Jake Paul.
I can see that.
So I could see Jake Paul having a training camp for 6 months, 6 months training camp, and prepare for the WBC champ, cruiserweight champ, and probably be able to defeat him, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Santini bodies will get a big cut of it. The WBC will get a big cut. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will get a big cut. Yo, the guy that does that train, his promoter is also a Saudi, because that he was in a Netflix thing. They were interviewing him. He's a Saud, right?
I don't know. Papi Suleiman, man. You sounding crazy, man. I'm talking about, like, I think Opatayat and Ramirez is probably the best fight at cruiserweight for Undisputed after they get that WBC. But
that fight before that.
Once he gets that WBC, bro, the sky's the limit, bro. The sky's the limit. But the point is that he got to get a world belt around his waist, man. I hope he doesn't do what Ryan Garcia is. He doesn't go the Ryan Garcia route. This guy he's moving up beautifully. He's building up his career beautifully. Right now, the next level is world stage. That's why he fought Tyson, bro. Tyson even blessed him, bro. So he's good. You know what he could do? I heard they became good friends after the fight. They became good friends.
Yo, I heard you and Jake Paul became good friends recently. Like promoting you.
No, him and Tyson became good friends after that fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he hires Tyson to be his trainer, bro. Because
Suleiman, they've been friends for years. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but I won't be surprised if he puts him. He needs a star trainer like that, and he bring the star appeal.
Hey, yo, bro, just shut the fuck up and let the next man go, innit? Please. Other people are waiting, bro. Let me finish my breakfast.
These guys.
Well, no, but I don't like the idea of Jake Paul being that hands-on with boxing. I mean, him doing his thing, okay, it's his chick, whatever. All right, I got nothing against somebody making their money however they do it, but there are a lot more minuses in him being in boxing the way he is than there are benefits, in my honest opinion. Just to be blatantly honest about it, it's not a good taste, if you ask me. But the thing that I'm most excited about, and I just heard about this news today, is about Morrell and Benavidez. I'm looking forward to that. I've been out of the game so long, I just now got that information today. So have you guys been talking about that? Because I was just finishing up on something else.
Yeah, that was pretty hot with the feeds. The last 24 hours with the what was the face-off, the first press conference. It was pretty good. I was excited too. I'm like, damn. I was actually surprised Morrell's the same height.
I think he's a bit taller.
I'm stoked for the fight. I really am. I personally favor Morrell, even though Benavidez has more experience. But for me, Benavidez has way too many holes in his defense. I mean, yeah, he throws punches and bunches, but there's way too many holes in his defense, and that's perfect in my opinion, that's perfect for Morrell because Morrell can be pinpoint accurate. I know he didn't look good in his last fight, but not everybody has a perfect fight every fight they have. So overall, I personally think Morrell could take advantage of those holes in Benavidez' defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's such an even fight. I don't think any prediction's wrong. I think they're all equal, and I would say I can see why you pick Morrell. I think I might slide to Benavidez though, but it's close.
Mm-hmm. But that's why even Rapster had a pretty good segue throughout the topics throughout, the Cuban game, who's a live dog, the underdog, it's Morrell's time. I mean, he's gonna have to really, really show up in this fight, and I think that's what we're all excited about.
Well,
it's hard to say right now. I got 50-50.
It's a huge step up for Morrell. Let's make no mistake about it.
Definitely.
David Benavidez has fought better competition at 175. I don't give a fuck how long Gavozdik's been out of the game. Those Eastern European motherfuckers turn up to fight every single time. And I think he fought a better fight last fight. I think he fought Gavozdik well. I think it was a good acclamation fight. And yeah, I've got it favouring Benavidez, but we'll see. It's a huge step up for Morrell.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about something that we spoke to Boo Boo Andrade. Now, Boo Boo Andrade spoke to Punch Drunk on his channel, and Boo Boo Andrade said that Jamal Charlo is ducking out the fight. He don't want to fight Boo Boo Andrade. Kalen Plant told Andrade that he still wants one more fight, and then he'll think about him. Do you think Andrade is not going to get his opportunity against the guys? Are they trying to swerve away from him, like Kalen Plant, Jamal, Jaime Munguia? Do you think these guys will blacklist him?
Well, I don't know.
Do you think are you saying you're asking us if we think that Andrade is going to get blacklisted? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because he's not able to get the fights with these guys, and these guys are trying to avoid him because they don't even have many big fights themselves left in themselves.
What?
Yeah, I'd like to see him fight Plant. I'd like to, but what's it going to be at 168? Like is Boo Boo
Yeah,
saying
most
168?
likely. 168 is pretty interesting, I would say. I mean, they're not good, but Pacheco,
Yeah, but
you got
I
the
mean, at the
Billy,
end of the day, is
Beck.
Boo Boo Andrade, let's be honest, is he risk with less rewards or something?
Yeah, but
No,
the problem, rep, is that right now Plant, Munguia, Berlanga, as far as their star value, they're worth way more than Andrade. So who's really going to put the money for that? That's why Jamal Charlo was a good option for Andrade to come back because it's the purses would be small. So that's a difficult question to ask, man. Like who is going to fight
So is
Andrade
that
for
how
what
they
money?
wipe out a fighter, though? Think about this. The guy's been in boxing since 10 years old. He was a two-time world champion. It wasn't that he didn't have a world title belt. He went and faced a threat in David Benavidez, right? He gave us tried to give us a good account, and then it went against him. So
He
should a
quit on the
fighter like
spill.
that, how come a fighter like that, right, should be blackballed? There should be some kind of a boxing union that shouldn't allow boxers to be blackballed like that. Don't you think?
The best thing for Andrade to do is to go after William Skull
That's
because
not
Skull ain't
available.
worth that much. He's got to put himself in that position to get a strap at least because Skull's not worth a lot. Andrade is worth more than him, so they could make that fight happen. He's got to put himself at priority to get that spot. What is it, the IBF?
Yeah, but
Or yeah, I think.
something's weird, bro. Something's weird. They didn't want to fight Andrade before, right? Canelo started saying that he don't need to fight him. He ain't done much. But now Canelo's fucking looking to fight Chris Eubank Jr. or fucking stupid fights, right? He's fighting Berlanga. He's fighting fucking all these guys. What's wrong with Boo Boo Andrade? Tell me. He's got
Well,
more
I don't know.
qualifications. He's got more qualifications than some of the guys Canelo's fighting.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, that's.
I mean,
Can't
we
argue
can
with
hate
that.
on anybody you
no,
want,
it's because
but
boxing doesn't
Boo
work like
Boo
that.
Andrade has represented United States of America. He represented the Olympics. He's an amateur fucking champion. He's been doing a lot for the fucking for the boxing. He's been in the sport since a kid. So why is it that Andrade is the only guy? Well, it's no big thing. We
Well,
don't need to fight him.
the answer is obvious.
What?
It's that's how boxing works. It's an unregulated business sport more than it is an actual
Yeah,
professional sport. You see, so it's just
exactly
all
right.
about profit. Like it's just because the guy has accolades doesn't mean he's supposed to get X fight. That's
You
how
got
boxing works. It's for
the
profit. It's for money. It's for a belt which he doesn't have. So it's just yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's just this case has happened to hundreds of fighters in the all throughout boxing. So it's just that's how the sport is. I don't.
yeah, you got to fill them seats, man, and
Yo,
Boo
you think
Boo
Andrade could bulk himself up to cruiserweight and fight Jake Paul?
No.
That if
Well, first
nobody
of
else
all,
fights?
Paul. Why would Paul fight him? That's
Yeah, Paul won't even fight
Let's get off
Andrade. That's
Jake
too
Paul.
much risk. Let's
Can
keep
we
it
stop
logical.
talking about Jake
Let's
Paul?
talk about it logically, bro.
Please
Yeah,
stop
let's talk
talking
about
about
fucking
Jake Paul.
logical. Fuck Jake Paul in this conversation, bro. I want to talk about Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo. Why is Jamal Charlo avoiding him?
Because Jamal Charlo is a piece of garbage, bro.
It's not like that, bro.
He's the most faded. He is the most faded fighter. I mean, in modern day time, bro. Because his greatest win was J Rock. After he knocked out J Rock, he moved up in weight.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the facts. People are coming on my channel. Can you? Yeah, and they're saying Andrade is not a ticket seller. Andrade is not a big name. But at the end of the day, he's just as big as anybody else out there, like a Charlo, like a Kalen Plant.
Belanga?
I
no,
mean,
no, no.
Berlanga seems to
Andrade.
be having
No,
a.
dude. No, dude. I think. Wait, you mean big as in like superstar power? Like
I'm saying the guy has a
Well,
name.
there's no one at
No,
168
dude,
If they
that
offer
has
no.
him,
star power.
if they offered
There's
him,
no one.
he has a good name, bro. If they offered him 10 million to fight Jake Paul, I think he'd jump at it, bro.
Okay, so like Jamal,
Fuck's
the
sake.
Charlo brothers have way bigger names than Andrade out in
So
America.
let's talk
Like,
about this then. Let's talk. Do you think Andrade, when he didn't fight Janabek, if he had kept that belt and kept his belt, do you think that would have given Andrade a lot more weight in today's climax?
He
yeah,
Yeah,
still got
maybe.
weight, bro. He fought. How much you got paid when he fought Benavidez? He made a shitload of money in that fight, man. He still got a lot of weight, bro. He got a
because
lot of weight,
of
bro.
no, because if Andrade had a belt, he could fight Lara. Someone could move up and fight him at 160. It's you know that what's that guy, that Middle Eastern
Adames.
guy?
He fights Carlos Adames right now. That's a very winnable fight for him. Carlos Adames against Demetrius.
I
The
just
problem is he can't make 168 no more. You can't say that he don't want to go back down 160. But if he did, the Carlos Adames fight, he could win. That's a winnable fight for him. I don't know if you
All right, you know
can.
what? Yo, I got a surprise for you guys. You know what's a really good fight to make then? Speaking of Andrade, Andrade versus Ben Whitaker, man, in the UK. That's a big fight. Whitaker's got the following. Andrade could do 175 easily. They're both Olympians. Why not, man? Right? They all have fiascos with Andrade losing to Benavidez and Whitaker with that fiasco with what's his name,
You think
Liam.
yeah.
it generate
That would
money?
be a good. Yo, hell's yeah,
I
hell's yeah.
don't
They're
mind
both
it.
they're both trash talkers. That would be a really good fight in the UK.
Because I'd rather want to fight at least for 6-7 million a
I
fight.
like it, but the issue is I don't think Andrade. I don't think he would take it. I think Whitaker might be a bit too. Although I don't think Whitaker. I don't think much of Whitaker. This guy's big. I mean, Andrade's what 160, 168. I mean, I don't
I
mind it, but I don't think he would take it.
I mean Andrade blown up is pretty big too, man. Andrade's a big dude. I think if he sizes up with Whitaker, they'll be about the same size. To be honest with you,
That's
I'd
You
love
know
to
crazy.
see
what the
that
fight
fight.
for Andrade
Yeah, I
is,
wouldn't mind
really?
seeing it
The
either.
real fight for Andrade is Caleb Plant. That's the fight.
Caleb Plant.
Plant versus Andrade is a good fight, bro.
Yeah, but how much will that generate? You talking about figures. This guy's at the later part of his career, bro. He wants to make the biggest money possible. So if he had to put on 10 pounds of muscle, he'd probably take a Jake Paul fight because the Jake Paul.
Oh, stop with the Jake Paul.
I'm telling you, bro. Jake Paul was gonna get. You know who he was gonna get? Ali's grandson, Muhammad Ali's grandson, to fight him, bro.
He's
He was
gonna
trying to
fight
get
Conor
him, bro.
McGregor
Or
or
Rap, Rap should ask Punch to ask Andrade what's the least amount he would take to fight Plant. You got to start there, or else it's just all theoretical. What's
Yeah,
the least amount Andrade's going to take
but
against Plant?
if they offer him $1 million, he's not gonna do it. You gotta fight for at least 3 or 4 mil. That's a big money fight, man. That dude is a tough dude, bro. He's not gonna fight for anything less than 3 mil.
Yeah, and so therefore, would it be pay per view? Could they sell that pay per view? Plant versus Andrade.
No, that's a horrible fight.
That's why Andrade don't take fights, man. Andrade wants Canelo. He wants Jake Paul. He wants big names, bro. Big names, big money. Like
Hmm.
that guy has the regional
No,
belt.
what Andrade said is that if he ever sees Logan Paul, he's gonna fucking give it to him because he didn't like the way Logan Paul spoke to Mike Tyson.
Yo,
You
was
understand?
Logan
Andrade
Paul.
That was very
was Andrade watching the
What
disrespectful.
fight?
did
Was
what
he
did
in the
Logan
audience?
Paul say?
Suleiman, that was, give me a second. That was very disrespectful for what Logan Paul said to
What
Mike
did he say?
Tyson. Okay, he said to Mike Tyson some stupid words. I'll kill you. When we know Mike's an old man, and nobody in the world would have said that to Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson's prime, in his face like that, especially a YouTuber. So
Yeah, but that's a guy
Andrade
that
said,
that
Andrade said, if I see Jake Paul, Logan Paul, he gonna get uppercut from me.
yo he almost beat supposedly beat Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition.
No, he
The
didn't,
kid is
bro.
nice, bro.
He looked
Logan
like a
Paul is
fucking
nice.
idiot. He nearly
He's
got
not a
knocked out
he,
by Floyd.
no.
And
They
Floyd
say
had to carry
some
him.
people
Well, I
say
don't.
that he beat him. He beat
Nah, Floyd
Floyd.
I
had
don't
to
see an
carry
issue
him.
with that.
So they once said Logan Paul's nice.
Anyway, this guy. But look, my main thing is here. Have you seen how boxing is fucking crazy? They can blackball you anytime they want. If you don't have a contract, you don't have no promoters contract, you don't have no network behind you or anything. You are basically waiting just to see what opportunity you can get. Now, fighters can fall into that category. You can see it,
Never heard.
right? Subriel
Yeah,
Matias. Maybe Subriel Matias, we're going to see. They were talking about him, but after loss, I ain't seeing much about him.
yeah, but the girl told you why they did that to Subriel because he had a certain time to make a fight. So he picked this guy, and then the sanctioning thing. So he got kicked out of the IBF
Wait,
rating. You
first of
gotta do what
all,
the IBF tells you.
yeah. First of all, this motherfucker in the fucking comments section needs to stop dick riding, man. I like I know you're close friends with Andrade, but fuck off, dude. Seriously, it's
Now,
getting
come on,
annoying.
bro.
Okay.
Punch Strong Boxing is my people, bro. And
He didn't, he didn't
I
pick
don't
at the
give a
end of the
shit,
anybody.
day,
dude. I don't
Punch
like
Strong
dick riding.
Boxing, yo, wait. Punch Strong Boxing knows Andrade.
He got his
He
own
knows that
Yeah, that's
podcast,
why
Andrade
bro.
he's
wants to
fucking dick
fight.
riding him.
Now
Yeah,
he
but
don't
the
know who
problem is,
Punch
yo,
Drunk is.
Punch
That's
Strong
why.
Boxing has been backing Andrade. He knows him. There's nothing wrong with that. At the
Yo,
end
he
of the
has his
I
day,
own
know.
look,
I
look, look,
podcast,
look.
bro.
like I said.
Andrade wants to fight.
Like I said,
Andrade wants to fight.
there's plenty of fighters that get quote unquote blackballed in boxing.
Mm.
It's a occurrence that happens it's common. So I don't need to hear this bullshit about this guy acting like Andrade deserves something. There's plenty of boxers that get fucking blackballed. I don't give a shit, dude. I don't care about your gay relationship with fucking Andrade. It's annoying.
Yeah, but the
Fuck
thing
out of
Yo,
is,
here.
we're
yo,
just
but the
talking
situation,
hypothetical
with the
boxing,
situation
bro.
Andrade is
We're
right.
talking hypothetical boxing. There's no reason
No,
to
no,
hate on
I
Andrade.
don't have an issue with your questions. I'm just saying the guy in the comment section. It's just
Yeah, but
annoying me.
Yeah,
yo, at the end of the day,
I've been
at the
trying to
end of the
explain to
day,
you why he
you gotta
talks like that,
remember
Punch
something
Drunk.
though. At the end of the day, nobody's giving you interviews like Punch Drunk Boxing is. So Punch Drunk Boxing's bringing these interviews, and we're able to speak about the fighters when it's Teofimo,
What interview?
when it's Teofimo Lopez, when it's Boots, when it's Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson. He gives us gossip, so we got gossip to talk about. At the end of
No,
the
but
day,
the
it,
big reason Andrade is the way he is because why? Because Andrade paid his dues. He's a two-divisional pound champ. He fought credible. His resume is excellent. He has a skill
hey yo,
asset that he
Punch,
brings to
they're
the ring.
saying that you're dick riding for the
He ain't dick
fighter.
riding, man. He's not dick riding, bro. He's not dick riding. This guy's just he doesn't know who Punch Drunk is. That's why.
I
But
know. I
You
have an
gotta
idea of
remember
who he
saying
is.
though, you
That's
gotta
why I
remember
know.
saying in life, yeah.
That's
Sometimes you
why I
gotta
know he's
know,
friends with Punch Drunk. I have an idea of who he is.
yeah, but you gotta remember, you gotta know that some people have got the connections.
I don't give a
And
shit, dude. Anybody can have connections
listen,
with
when you got
boxers, dude.
connections, bro, and you got people which are being real to you. Now imagine this.
No one here's
he's a
being real,
name,
dude.
bro.
No one here's
Look,
being
He's a
real at
look, the
name.
all.
Andrade
They
is a
try to
relationship is
name
name,
me
like
right
bro.
that
now.
though, bro. Look, if I got a relationship with Mauricio Suleiman, everybody knows that nobody can get Mauricio Suleiman from on a YouTube channel, but Rapstar can. So of course, when I see Mauricio and I met him in different countries, in Dubai or Saudi Arabia, wherever I've gone, or in America, I know Mauricio. I don't talk too much. So if I met him a couple of times, he gives me a lot of respect. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
give Mauricio Suleiman respect because he's
boxing.
being yo.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all about when people got people being real with him. If Teofimo Lopez is being real with Punch and he's giving us exclusive interviews, you can't be hating on Punch because he's dick riding. He's giving us the content.
He could be doing both. I don't give a shit. I don't give two shits what interviews he's doing, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking take in this guy's fucking D writing. It's annoying, okay? Like we have to
Okay,
sit here and
okay,
pretend
but
like
can I explain
Andrade deserves
something?
something.
Yo, but can I
So
explain
look,
something, right? Check this
let's
out,
talk
right?
about this. Yo,
He's
hey
a name, bro.
Solomon, did you watch the fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano?
Yes,
Did you see Punch Drunk Boxing in Amanda Serrano's corner?
yes.
Okay. Is he dick riding Amanda Serrano that he now is part
I'm
of her camp? If
I'm
he's
pretty
part
sure
of
he
her camp,
would.
wait, he's part of her camp. He was playing a position in her camp.
Yo,
So
dude.
if you are
Yo,
connected, you're not dick
tell
riding,
Rapstar,
are
tell
you?
him how hard is. Yo,
So
you know how hard it
so
is
is
to
Punch
be in
Drunk, so
in that
Punch Drunk's
group.
dick riding Amanda Serrano then?
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, you know how hard it is to be in
Yeah, if she was in
Amanda
the same
Come on,
Serrano.
man.
situation, she probably would.
You know how
To be
hard it is
honest,
to
I mean
be in her group.
the dude's only met Andra like 3 times. You know,
Nah,
Yo,
you
guy,
don't
it's
know that,
weird. It's
bro.
just
You
like a
don't know
very
shit.
homoerotic
You're just
yo,
connection they
talking
got.
for somebody,
It's
bro.
really fucking annoying. It is Listen, dude, it's fucking 3 a.m. I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here and talk about fucking Andrade, dude. Like,
Okay,
there's a
but
lot
can
of
we say
fights coming up
something,
that
bro?
are UFC coming
Okay,
up.
but let
Can
me
you let
I
us
ask
don't
you
get
give
in
this.
for a
two
Let me
minute?
fucking
ask you
shits
this,
about
bro.
fucking Andrade.
Let
I
me
Okay,
ask
don't.
you
but
this.
we got an
What
audience. We got an
connections have you
audience.
got?
Yo, Rapstar
What
got an
connections
audience.
have you got?
Cause,
So we
dude,
were trying to
fuck
say,
your connections, dude. I don't, dude. Rapstar, dude. You're being a fucking faggot right now, okay? You and your fucking
Why?
little weird connection with fucking Punch Drunk,
You need
okay? Both of
connections,
y'all can go
bro, in
fuck yourself,
boxing.
really.
Bro,
yo,
you
so
need
By
get off the
connections,
panel,
connections.
dude,
bro.
get a
If you
job. How
don't
about
have
that?
no
Get a job.
connections, bro, who the
Yo,
fuck are
Rapstar,
It's
can you
you?
get
not
off the
hard to
panel,
get
Who the
bro?
fuck
connections on
wants to
fucking
listen
with
to you then?
boxers like Tio,
No,
okay?
no, 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 no,
Anybody
no.
can
You gotta
interview
wait, man.
Tio.
No, 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 no. You gotta
Hey,
wait.
Yo, get
You
him
gotta
out
anybody
of
wait.
can
here.
interview
You
Rapstar,
gotta
get
Tio.
just
him
be
out of here,
quiet
bro.
for a second, bro.
Rapstar, get him out of
No,
here.
no,
He's
no.
not
This guy's
respecting you,
gotta
bro.
wait, 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 wait. If you don't have connections, you don't know shit about boxing. You can't just overcome here and tell me, oh, I don't care about your connections. Well, then you don't respect the people that are doing any work.
Yo, he
You don't
called you a
respect the
faggot,
people
Rapstar.
that
Oh,
have got
get a fucking
connections.
job, dude. Get a job. Get a
No, but
fucking job.
listen,
Get
that's
a
Yo, he
job. How
told you
bullshit.
to
about
get a
that?
Who
job,
the
Get
fuck
a
Rapstar.
do
Leave
job
it
you
at
instead of
that.
know?
worrying about fucking having
Why the
connections
fuck
with
are you
fucking
here
Tio.
then?
Rapstar, get him
Why
out of
the
here,
Anybody can
fuck
bro.
are
fucking
you
have
here,
connections
bro?
with Tio. Are you
Why
kidding
the
me?
fuck are you here? Why
Fucking,
the fuck are
fucking,
you
this
here?
Mini Max has
Why the
fucking
fuck are
connections
you
with
here?
fucking Tio. A
Why
random
the
ass
fuck are you
15
here,
year old.
pussy? No, no, no. You wait there
Yo,
now.
get him off the
No,
panel,
no,
bro.
no,
He
no.
called
Wait,
you a
let me
faggot, bro.
explain.
That's
Let him sit
disrespectful,
there,
bro.
bro. Let him sit there. Let him sit there. Why the fuck are you at Rapstar if you don't care about my connection?
He don't
Why the
respect
fuck are you
Rapstar. I can't
here
believe that shit.
hating on people that's got connection?
I never
So if
seen a
we
guy
got
disrespect
wait, wait, wait,
Rapstar like
wait,
that.
wait. Let me speak, bro. If you got people that know people and they're bringing you exclusive interviews, if I'm bringing you David Benavidez' dad, I'm bringing you Rick Glazier coming every week. I'm bringing you
Rachel
the
Donaire.
WBC. Let me speak, bro. Yo, I hate this guy's fucking noise. Wait there. Nah. Yo, Suleiman, you gotta be fucking mute. Suleiman, you gotta be mute, bro, for a minute. And this guy still don't want to be mute. Right, stay there, Suleiman. Mute. At the end of the day, we are out there speaking to the people in boxing. But you don't give a fuck and you don't respect it and you don't care about connections, then you need to go and sit on a channel that don't give a fuck about boxing. Because we are respected out here. That we can get these people on our channel so you can speak to them. You can't get more respect than that. You won't say that to a fucking channel like ESPN, but a small channel like us, we bring you the live content. We bring you live fucking exclusives. We don't care about your connections. That's some faggot shit. Then you need to go to a faggot channel that speaks about faggots all day. That don't really want to talk to real boxing people. That people that even if you don't like it, well, Tiafimo, he's being so nice to Punch. Well, what the fuck you want him to be? What you
Yeah,
want people to just cause hate? You want us to fucking hate on everybody that's being good
Rapstar.
to
But one
us?
thing is that these guys don't know the
You guys are
discipline that.
dumb as fuck.
Yeah, they don't know the discipline that Demetrius Andrade has. He's a two-division champ, multiple champ. Okay, he's been WBO champ. He's knocked out world champions. And then his wins have aged up because look at that guy quickly. Quickly went 10 hard rounds, 12 hard rounds with Berlanga after that knockout loss. Yo, these guys are ridiculous. And then they want him to fight for peanuts. This guy's a star, bro. He fought the last fight. He fought this guy, David Benavidez. So this man right now is a name. He has a brand, okay? So people are paying for that brand. So if they tell him, yo, we're gonna give you a Jake Paul fight or Jake Paul's brother fight, they give him 10 mil, he'll bulk himself up and fight the guy because that's where the money's at. He's a national icon, bro. If you like it or not, Demetrius Andrade is a national icon, bro. You gotta respect that. And
Yeah,
then
but I'm very confused. I'm very confused, right, with a lot of the YouTube people out here. People which are subscribers and all that, yeah. I don't know what you guys want. When we bring you some real exclusive live boxing talk, and we bring you the people in the business, people don't respect that. There's faggots like this guy, yeah. He says, I don't care about boxing people. I just want to talk. So if you just want to talk to people, get the fuck out of here, because this is a boxing channel. Do you know what I mean? You got to remember something. Not everybody's got the fucking personality or the know-how of getting some kind of guest over here, you already know how hard it is for boxing people to come on YouTube channels.
And he disrespect our mans, bro. He disrespect our man Punch Drunk. Punch Drunk is busting
Man,
his
fuck,
ass.
I just can't understand their attitude.
Yeah,
These
he's
people
busting his
are
ass. Punch
hating
Drunk
on
is
the
busting his
people.
ass.
Yo, bro, you guys are hating on the people that's bringing you the boxing content. You guys are hating on the people that's actually going out there and bringing you real life shit. And they're talking it in front of your face. They're not fucking selling their souls, acting a certain way for a corporation. They're actually being real to you, bringing you boxing content, working out there, and you guys are hating on that. Man, you guys are haters, bro.
Yo,
If
he
you don't
busting
really
his
want, if
ass.
you
My
don't
man's is
respect,
busting his
yo,
ass. Rap
Suleiman, you
star's
gotta shut
busting
the
his ass.
fuck up for a minute, bro. Honestly, that noise you're making is making me mad. That noise is fucking gonna make him go. I'm gonna go mad at him in a minute. Well, I'm telling you, he's getting it next for some reason. But let me tell you, Carl, when I fucking went and reached out to fucking what's his name, the Maloney's. When I reached out to Jason and Andrew Maloney, and I managed to get the Maloney brother over here on my channel. I fucking waited till fucking the next day, and I fucking done a second live, and I got his manager, and I couldn't set the links up because remember, my computer died. I had to get you to connect with Maloney and get the link, and I did that for my Australian fans. I don't need to stay up the next day and do that. I only do that because I expect you guys to respect it, to say, you know what? At least Rapstar's trying to bring some real boxing people in the channel, bro. We can't just be a gimmick. So when I do all these things, yeah, we get no respect for it. None whatsoever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let me tell you the truth. I swear to God, and I'm not lying. I swear to God. Somebody called me today and said, get Benavidez on your channel. I'm not going to do it. Because when I go and get Benavidez, I got fucking 25 people in the chat. That's embarrassing for me, bro. To be fair with you, that don't make me look good. Imagine when they come over here and they're looking in the channel and say, fucking only 30 people. That's not right for me to keep doing that to them. Do you know what I mean? So I
You know
just
what,
don't
Rap?
bother.
Actually, that's pretty good though. Even if that were the case, because as you know, a lot of content creators get snippets from other channels. So I don't know. I think people. First of all, you don't got to be too hard on yourself about who's saying what about a channel. I think it's healthy to talk about splits, man. I mean, everybody talks about splits. Managers, industry, boxers. So when I asked the question, how much would Andrade, accept to fight who? We've heard other boxers. We've heard Benavidez say how much he would fight Canelo. We've heard whatever, joking around, how much Jake Paul would take. Fighters are always talking about splits and purses. So there's nothing wrong with inquiring how much would Andrade take for said fighter. I'm just saying, like Plant right now, he's made a name for himself too. He's worth a lot. So how much would Andrade take for a Plant fight? It's perfectly normal. And so back to what we're saying, if you were to get the Benavidez team on there, if other content creators are going to take snips from your channel, that's beneficial to you, right? To the Rapstar brand name, and you're contributing to making negotiations for bigger fights. So it's always good to talk about splits. I know Suleiman is saying a lot, like, the dedication from fighters and whatnot. Okay, yeah, we get that, but it's also good to talk about realistically how much a fighter's worth. It's not so much to I would say mock the situation of a fighter's value, but it's being realistic, right? That's just, I think it's good to talk about splits is all I'm saying. We don't got to get too like emotional about talking about purses.
No, I just think at the end of the day, there's an intelligent conversation to be had with different people. I feel like everything that we do on this channel, we actually learn of the boxing business, the boxing dynamics. When we get somebody different coming over here talking to us, don't forget, we had the referee over here. What's his name? Joe Cortez, right?
Yeah, that's
Legendary
crazy.
referee. I wanted to speak to him about how that business works as a referee. No, nobody don't. You know what I mean? You learn from simple little things. When we speak to boxing managers, when we speak to boxing fathers, like David Benavidez' dad, right? You can see that there's a different passion for a father. And one
Rap,
thing
what?
I've learned about boxing, and one thing that you got to remember, it doesn't matter who Rapstar speaks to. I'm exactly the same as all of you. It doesn't matter who I bring on this channel. One thing you got to remember, I'm representing you guys. I'm representing Carl. I'm representing even Suleiman, the crazy cunt. I'm representing all of you in the chat. Eric, pound for pound. Anything you ask me to speak, I'm the one who goes and asks them. Right? So it gives us an opportunity to learn about what's going on. But one thing I've learned, and I don't know, and I'm going to tell you exactly how it is, because I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not a fanboy of no one who comes on my channel. I'm not a
What about-
fanboy of nobody who comes on my channel like that. I'll just keep it real across the border. All right? But what I've noticed, and I'm going to be straightforward about it, is that everybody in boxing, are you listening, Carl? Everybody in boxing tells you their side of the story. Listen to me very carefully. Everybody in boxing, I've noticed, will tell me their side of the story. But what I have noticed, that there's only a few people in boxing that will really keep it a buck with you. Do you know that? And let me tell you, the people I've spoke to behind the scenes, I have noticed one thing about all these names and many names that I spoke to that haven't come to my channel, that not everybody is clean shaved. And nobody is going to tell you their faults or something they're doing in boxing that's going to make them look bad. Only a very few will be real to you. Just remember my words. So no matter what you hear on my channel, on other channels, sometimes you got to have a very optimistic and a broad mind, because you got to remember they're going to tell you their side of the story.
Of course, especially if they're desperate too. In desperate times, the truth comes out even harder. So I don't know
Let
how
me
many
tell
times
you
did you have
something. You guys don't
Benavidez?
even respect me for this. Do you know every time I have an interview with a high caliber guest, I do it freestyle? You do realize, yeah, that every time I have to keep the guest entertained. You do realize that I'm keeping that guest here for over 1 hour, but I have to keep them very, very, it's got to be very, substantial, where the guest says, yeah, no, this is very interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys might think, oh, this is something. Nah, bro. It comes with me being alert, me being focused, me being a guy that's consistent. So the guest is not going to stay here for more than 10 minutes if I'm not keeping that guest understanding that, no, we got something going on here and we got educated fucking conversations going on here. You know what I mean? So I have to do my homework. I got to keep the guest entertained. I don't get no credit for that.
No, I mean your brand would definitely always get the credit, man. Just always focus on the testimony. Get as many interviews as you can, and the portfolio builds up. So I wouldn't worry. I mean, don't disrespect to the chat, but you don't have to focus so much about the chat. Just focus on the actual content, and new subs will come, man. It's just all part of the game. So I think if you can continue, as you said, the consistency. If you can keep on getting
Bro,
more
I'll be honest
interviews,
with you.
it's
I'll
all
tell you
good.
the truth. I'm going to be very honest with you guys, hand on my heart. I've given up bringing guests over here anymore, because I feel like sometimes we got to build ourselves in order for the guests to come in. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like a couple of times I had really legendary guests over here and my numbers were low. And I'm like, Carl, I'm like, fucking hell, we can't talk to these legends and we only got 30 people looking on. Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel like that. I'm thinking, wait there, mate. You might think, what kind of small fucking channel I'm on? But they come and they respect it. They still come.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
that's what's
too. I'm
important.
not. I wouldn't be too worried about that rap, because you ask the real questions. You get really good guests on here, bro.
But that guy was
And
a hater. Hey, rap star, that guy was a hater. He was just hating. He was hating on Punch. He don't know. He don't have no clue what Punch does. He was just mad because Punch was in Amanda Serrano corner. You know all those people, and that's very hard to accomplish, especially with the Serranos. You have to be a very, very credible dude just to be there with the surrounding and do interview and get content from them. You gotta be a very much cooler for Punch Drunk for be able to accomplish that. And he provides a great, excellent show. You know what I'm saying? And content. He be here on the show too. You know what I mean? So for him to know stuff like that about Andrade and stuff like that, that's much kudos for that, man. This guy doesn't appreciate stuff like that, man. You gotta appreciate even Rapstar. What Rapstar does right now, a lot of guys are not doing it. Other guys just do a video. They don't go live. They just put a live video. They put a video. They don't go live. So for him to go live like that, a lot of times during the week, that's much kudos for that, man. Much respect. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys are not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And then Andrade deserves to make money. He paid his dues. He's already been a multi divisional champ, has won belts. If he gets a world belt now, that'll be like his third or fourth belt. So you know what I'm saying? So he deserves to get the much money. He's in the later years of his career. People are concerned about monetary reasons. We don't want to see a man like a great Andrade having monetary problems later in his life. You know what I'm saying? He has to appreciate any money that's coming his way. You know what I'm saying? So if he could get a good money fight, much kudos for that. I think he could win. I think he could win a fight. If the Plant fight, what they're gonna pay for Plant, it's not gonna be a lot. So most probably that's why he don't want that fight. You know what I'm saying? The same thing problem that Berlanga did. Berlanga didn't want the fight because the money was not right. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he could get the Canelo fight because Canelo's going through all the rankings now. All he got to do is get a good win, and he'll probably get the fight. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand that. We have to understand we can't be criticizing a person in these channels. This man is doing this podcast for a very long time. And he deserves to be respected. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go on the panel and start talking garbage like that, calling people homophobes. He's a homophobe. He calling people homosexual. What a man does in his bedroom, that's his problem, man. He's providing boxing content, man. You can't do that, man. That's so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he acting like this is his panel, bro. It's not his panel. This is
Anyway,
more.
fuck all that shit, bro. I just came back. You still talking about the same thing. Let's move on from that, bro.
All right.
Anyway, listen to this. What fights are you looking forward to now? What are you looking forward to in boxing? And 2024 is nearly at the end of the fucking year, bro. All right, mate? We're
Yeah, I
nearly
would like
finished
to
at
see.
the end of the year. All
I
right?
would like to.
Now
I would
tell the
like to see.
world, what have you enjoyed in 2024? What's been Suleiman's highs and Suleiman's lows? And I am going to say this, Suleiman, before you talk. Can you just go on mute for 60 seconds? Let me talk and you can talk. Ladies and gentlemen, as much as this guy Suleiman don't want to agree, he's the same guy that was saying that Berlanga is going to do what he's going to do. And for a couple of years, he was pushing fucking Berlanga. Right? That has to be Suleiman's highlight. That he said Berlanga was going to knock out Canelo in the third round. Let's not all forget about what Suleiman said for many years. All right? And Suleiman has to still understand that must be one of his lowest points. If he's such a Berlanga fan, and he said Berlanga was going to knock out Canelo in the third fucking round, he swore on every Bible and everything. But yo, let me read the comments from Punch Drunk Boxing. He says, when y'all don't support the exclusive interviews, that's almost spitting in the face. Spitting in my face. Tell him, Punch. That's like spitting in my face. Especially when it's promoted and then the subscribers need to truly show support. Hey, let me tell you, this is the craziest thing that I've ever seen on YouTube. I see the 6-weight legendary Oscar De La Hoya come on Punch Drunk Boxing's channel. Let me repeat, Oscar De La Hoya. And I didn't even see more than 100 people max. I said, wait there, that's Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, yo, man, this YouTube is the most unpredictable place to ever be. At the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, you can't. Where can you go from that? If you get Oscar De La Hoya and you can't break the internet and you can't break the whole barriers, then where do you go from that? And then all of a sudden, you could be talking about something else and you're doing way more than Oscar De La Hoya. That tells me YouTube is a whole unpredictable place. It's crazy. The content that give you the most views, you can't even predict it. You bring in the biggest OGs on your channel and you're not breaking the internet. That's crazy. YouTube is the most unpredictable place in the whole of the fucking boxing. YTBC is totally unpredictable. It's hard to understand. But anyway, like I was saying, that I've had some epic times on YTBC. And Suleiman's got the fucking thing buzzing. I don't know what that is. But I've had some crazy times on YTBC, bro. And YTBC is the most unpredictable place in the whole of fucking this YouTube, bro. A lot of people can't afford membership, bro. Yo, I got all the broke fans. I'm only joking. I don't even have membership, bro. I don't even fucking, we're not even monetized. Benavidez about to get his teeth kicked in. All right. Get Teofimo Sr. on here, right? Man, I ain't seen Teofimo Sr. for a long time, bro. He looks like he's gone quiet now, you know what I mean? They were fun times, innit? They were fun times, bro. When Teofimo Sr.'s got one on me, though, I ain't gonna lie. Teofimo Sr. come over here, he's got one on me, bro. You know what I mean? He got me with that Josh Taylor shit. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got me with that Josh Taylor shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that Teofimo Sr. Yo, I'm lucky I never bet him that money, bro. I was ready to bet him some money. That's crazy. But yeah, man, Teofimo Sr.'s quiet now, man. He ain't going out there like he used to. He's wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna say this though. I respect all the dads. Yeah? All these dads that go hard for their sons. Teofimo Sr., Bill Haney, Floyd Sr., Kid Austin's dad. Now we got another dad, Suleiman. Be quiet for a minute. You need to listen about this. This dad has been very vocal lately. And he is the next dad out there on YouTube every day, pushing his son. But he's doing a bit of captain as well, if you ask me. His name is Brian Norman Sr. And he's going out there to every channel, telling them that, oh, my son's going to fucking beat up Boots. My son's going to knock out Boots. Well, why didn't you take the fight, bro? He said, oh, I want more money. This guy's got so many channels, like Mill City, The Boxing Voice. He goes to other channels I've seen him at. You know what I mean? And he's out there saying that we will do that to Boots and we will do this. But yo, he's going hard for his son, bro. You know what I'm saying? So Brian Norman Sr. is the next guy on YouTube, like Teofimo Sr. was, and Bill Haney. Senior is another Bill jumping from channel to channel just to talk his ish. Yeah, but that Brian Norman Sr.'s dad is vocal, bro. He's so consistent out there. You know what I mean? He's going in on Boots. Brian Norman follows the top-ranked blueprint. Call out the guys that you don't want to fight. Norman Sr. is all cap. Eddie sent offers and he turned it down. Okay. All right. Well, that's the next man going out there. Brian Norman Sr., bro, he going out hard. He's saying that his son will knock out Boots. He's giving it to Boots Ennis, bro. Any of those interviews turned into a fight yet? Hey, man, the father's got to do what the father's got to do, innit, pound for pound? You got to see it for what it is. A father's going to do what a father's going to do. You know what I mean? We should get Brian Norman Sr. over here. I see him going everywhere else. I want to ask him some questions. He looks like he's open to all these questions, bro. Nah, I'm only teasing. Yo, well, if they are giving him a voice, that's good. His son will have to back it up, and that's a good promoting. Yep. A lot of these dads are wankers. Look up Jay Obtaya. His old man, he is a good bloke. What? Why they wankers? They're pushing their kids. They're doing all this for their kids, bruh. So why they wankers? He spoke to Rashidi Ellis's trainer, and when the trainer offered to send a contract, he said, "Nah, man." He said 100 excuses. Boots versus Norman will never happen. So what, is it all cat? Is that just all talk, yeah? Norman act like Santillan was Duran. I don't know, man. This Norman did good in his last fight, though. You know what I mean? He got the knockout. He's got a belt. Now he's making noise. His dad's going in for him. You know what I mean? His dad's made him a bigger name, though. Boots would beat Norman Jr., but he didn't look good last time, so he was drained. When the offers are sent, they all start talking about tax codes and their worth. I don't know, Rachel came here a couple of days ago, didn't she, pound for pound? And Rachel said that Eddie Hearn could have asked for an extension, right? She said that Eddie Hearn could have asked for an extension or paid 20,000 in order to negotiate the fight, so they could have, I don't know, something about paying 20,000. I don't know. I was tired at that time. That was the one time that she came on a couple of days ago. But at the end of the day, it don't look like Brian Norman Jr. or Senior really wanted more money. He was going out there everywhere saying that he wants more money. He wasn't talking about that. Norman Senior was saying that he wants more money, bro. Do you remember? He's saying that he wants more paper. Norman doesn't want to fight anything like Karen. I mean, we'll have to see what that Norman does. You know what I mean? But obviously his dad's put him on the map a little bit. So now Norman's going to have to fucking show us in the ring, bro. You know? It's all right for the dads giving it. It's all right for the dads pumping that fucking, you know, pushing that vibe. It's the sons have to perform. 1.7 million and a unification belt. I doubt they fight Boots ever. Senior turned into an accountant when pressed to fight Boots. And now, all of a sudden, his son knocks out Boots. And he says, I bet they still don't want to make the fight. So is Brian Norman Sr. just doing a lot of cap? Or you think he really wants to fight? Or they just trying to push Boots' name or use their son against Boots' name? Is Norman just giving it just for talk? Norman is a duck. 100% says pound for pound. Hannibal says it's cat. Hannibal says it's cat. Well, you're doing a lot of work, bruh. He's doing a lot of talking, bruh. He's doing a lot of talking, isn't he? You know what I'm saying? Norman wants that smoke and the green. Has the WBO ever had a welterweight unification fight on the top rank? I don't think so. So they're just using it because top rank don't even want that fight, yeah? Norman wants that smoke and that green. I mean, obviously, this is the time to use Boots' name, innit? Or put Boots down. Because Boots didn't look good in his last fight. It's as simple as that, bro. Boots didn't look great. But Boots knocked the guy down. And Boots still shows that he's still tough as fucking they come, bro. Boots is tough. I don't care what anyone says. And there's a lot more to come from Boots. He's tough as they come, bro. You know what I mean? And I think I've seen that Norman been knocked down a couple of times, isn't he, Norman Jr.? He's been on a canvas a couple of times, hasn't he? I'm sure he has. He's been on a fucking canvas a couple of times. But well, he's in the mix. You got Norman, you got Barrios, Stanionis, and Boots Ennis. Top Rank has never hosted a 147 unification fight on ESPN, while PBC had at least 4. Norman Sr. knows Boots is a hard fight and a big possible his son loses it. Well, I get it now. So that fight ain't happening, bro. That's a lot of cap, bro. That's just making noise then. That Boots and Norman fight ain't happening, bro. That's just talk. You know what I mean? I think logical fights that we're going to get to see is that Mario Barrios, I feel people want to take that belt from Mario Barrios. Right? Who's the weakest link at 147? Who's the weakest link at 147, bro? Answer that for me. Barrios. Mario. So Mario Barrios is the weakest link at 147. You get it? He's the man they really want to take the belt from. And who's he with? PBC. Boots, Stanionis, Norman, then Barrios. So you're putting Stanionis ahead of Norman? Yes, Ben Israel in the house. Yo, Ben, what's going on, bro? What's happening, bro? Yo, is that Norman, Brian Norman Sr.? Is he for real? Or do they want that boot smoke? Yo, Ben Israel's from America. He goes to them channels all the time. Is Norman Sr. about it? Is his son real about it? Or they clout chasing Boots his name? They said they'll knock out Boots. Spence is the weakest. Wow. I lost respect for Norman. Why is that, Hannibal? Furman versus Garcia. Porter versus Spence. Spence versus Crawford. Top Rank will never host a unification for Norman. It's a protected joke. Is Norman about that life? Is he the man that really wants that boot smoke? Or are they just talking it? Huh? Are they just talking it, yeah? It ain't about that. You guys are from there. All the talks from Norman, I don't want to hear the shit. Brian Norman Jr. is good, my G. Is the goods. So Ben Israel said that Brian Norman is the goods. That he about it. That he can have it with Boots Ennis. Wow, he's saying that Boots knows. But Brian Norman's the one that said that he want over a lot more money. And Eddie Hearn said that they wasted his time. Brian Norman said that they want way more money, bro. You hear me? Now look, Ben Israels knows the Brian Norman people. He's always in them channels, bro.
Yeah, he's always in them channels, man, for real, man.
So you tell me about this Brian Norman. Is he talking real or are they using Boots' name? Talk about it, Solomon. I'll be back.
Yeah, Brian Norman is
And then after that, I want you to
he,
talk about Barrios and Stanionis and clean up the whole welterweight
okay,
division. But let's talk about this.
Barrios, okay, Brian Norman, all the hype he's getting is from his dad. Yeah, he's okay. He got a good performance. He fought a little good fight there. He got elevated to champion. Now he got to show and prove. Okay, I don't want to diminish him, but he has to show and prove. He has to keep himself active, man. At least you are champion already, so keep yourself active. Follow the blueprint. Fight 2 times a year. Get credible opponents a year. Defend your championship 2 times a year, and then try to push for unification. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Right now, the echelon fighter is Jovan, and then Mario Barrios after that big win, that big draw that he fought because I think he did enough to win, but that big draw against an opponent like Ramos, like Abel Ramos, who managed to drop him. He's a very good fighter, Mario Barrios. He improved drastically after the Tank Davis fight. Was able to be patient and persevere and win a world title, WBC 147 championship and another weight division. This man hit the El Azteca. Is very marketable, very game. Has a good skill asset, movement, could box, could scrub, could do it all. But unfortunately, this is professional boxing. You get hit and you get dropped. You know what I'm saying? Or you get busted up. You know what I'm saying? But he's an exciting fighter. I would like to see him fight any of those guys at the 147-pound division. Brian Norman, if you in my opinion, should push for this fight, should try to tame that fight in the unification because he's talking about his father talks about him being like a superstar at the 147-pound division. So yeah, it's time to put you make those words into stop being a dreamer and make it reality. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, stop being a dreamer in the 147-pound division. You got the WBO belt now. Now take that belt and try to make a unification by a fight against Mario El Azteca Barrios. I think you take a loss. I think you'll be losing because Mario Barrios has skill asset. He knows he has a repertoire, good arsenal in his boxing boxing cabinet, and he has won champions for rounds. He's fought guys like Keith, one-time Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He lost a 10-round fight there, but it was a learning curve. Learned a lot in that fight. You know what I'm saying? You also attained a world championship. You know what I'm saying? At WBC 147-pound championship by that, which he currently has and has defended real proper like. Been in the ring with Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Gave Tank Davis one of probably the hardest fights in his career. You know what I'm saying? Floyd had to come in his corner and give him some pep talk so he could win that fight. That should show you how how difficult a time he had with this very skilled professional elite fighter, Mario Barrios, El Azteca. Big shout out to Mario Barrios for that performance on this weekend on the Tyson uh uh Paul undercard. Know what I'm saying? And Brian Thomas gonna have to do it now. The longer that these guys take, the better Mario Barris is gonna get. The more acclimated he's gonna get to his weight. The more skill, the more knowledge he's gonna attain at the 147-pound division, and he's gonna become much more difficult. Stanionis, he's been sitting on the bench in the sofa, the leather sofa with that WBA belt for the longest. What's going on? Why don't you want to defend your belt? Why don't you want to fight top tier quality opposition? I don't know what he's thinking about. You can't pay the bills with just skills. You got to go and use those skills in the ring and sweat some buns and prepare. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to be able to pay the bills just by holding that belt. Eventually, you're going to have to fight a top tier contender, and it's going to show the ring rust. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, the guy that I think, in my opinion, Stanley should fight, he should fight that dude right there. That dude, the IBO champ. You know what I'm saying? Tulani Benz. Tulani Benz is South African who is a two-time IBO 147-pound champ. That's saying he went to the UK and took his belt back, snatched that belt, to which he lost by this split decision to Sabir his name is Sebastian Formella. And so he vacated the belt after defending it once and went in fought Sean Porter and lost on points. So you know what I'm saying? Look, see the high quality opposition this man Tulani Benj is taking, is fighting, and Tulani Benj completely took that belt when it was vacant against this young man in the UK, and he was doing it real easy and proper like. So yeah, so East Stanionis, if you want to fight somebody, that's the guy you should fight. Duhani and Benjamin unification bout. I think that's the guy. If Broner wants to get a world belt at 147, he losing to guys like Blair Cobb. Fight my boy Tulani Benz. You know what I'm saying? Tulani Benz is a top tier welterweight champion, a two-time welterweight champion representing South Africa, the most famous South African champion in that country is Tulani Benz. You know what I'm saying? He was the current IBO champ. I would like to see him fight Stanionis. I think he has enough skill asset to beat that fast jabbing Stanionis who comes with his head down, who tries to go in the pocket and slug. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he does. I haven't seen him do anything more extraordinary than that. But I know Tulani Benz does a lot of extraordinary things. When the first time he was IBO champ, knocked out dudes like Morrell Vasquez. What's up? So yes, I was talking about Tulani Benz, the IBO champ, 147-pound two-time division champ. This guy went in the ring with Miguel Vasquez. He knocked out Diego La Hoya Chavez, a great fighter at his time, who fought Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy has skill asset. This dude right here could be a unified champ at the 147-pound division. So I want to see guys like East Daniels put in the ring with Tulani Benz. Dunani Bench. I want to see Javon Anderson in the ring with Dunani Bench. I want to see he needs a big win like that, like a Dunani Bench, a bona fide national icon in this country. You know what I'm saying? From South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Living in Cape Town. You know what I'm saying? A dude that is in there to defend his belt and unify. You know what I'm saying? Reminds me of that dude, the one that Crawford fought to unify 140-pound Julius and Dongo, the Southpaw phenomenon from uh from uh from Africa. You know what I'm saying? From Nambia. So yeah, so that's what I want to see. I want to see a world champ defending his belt very proper like. So yeah, man, I know he's having his breakfast right now. He's having the raw foods right there with the with the halal meat, the halal steak, the halal sausage right there, the Turkish halal sausage, the eggs and all that. He's sipping it down with some black coffee right there, Arabic style. You know what I mean? Get himself ready. You know what I'm saying? So he could go see and do his daily things like he usually does. Rap star interview, and chit chat with all professional boxing people, you know what I'm saying? So he could bring that content here to this podcast real proper like, you know what I'm saying? He's like the Joe Rogan of boxing, rap star. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Punch Drink out there. He's like the Maury Povich of boxing, you know what I'm saying? We got the Maury Povich of boxing and we got the Joe Rogan of boxing here, and they be collaborating and providing us with good content, very proper like. You know what I'm saying? I know he was going crazy when he see Serrano in that fight. Punch Drunk must have been excited. Punch Drunk must have felt real good. Punch Drunk gotta go tell us how he felt hanging out with Serrano. You know what I mean? The top tier female professional boxer, and then see her against fighting the best pound for pound female in the division at 140 is Katie Taylor. Yes, and it's gonna be a third fight, a rubber match that I'm pretty sure they're gonna put a good ref that's gonna admonish them for headbutts. They're gonna put a good ref that's gonna be deducting points for headbutts. So that's not gonna be happening anymore. You know how they are gonna be treating them. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be also going back to the Richardson Hitch and Liam Powell fight. That's the fight I want to talk about. Richardson Hitch likes to fight tall. Now, if Liam Powell wants to be able to defend his belt proper like against him, he's gonna have to referee to uh, allow him to fight a small man fight because he's only 5'7". You know what I'm saying? And allow him to hug and control the fight on the inside because Richardson Hitch hugs, you know what I'm saying? Also, so points have to be deducted if they continue to hold. Richard Hitchens wants to keep this fight on long distance. If he does, it's going to be a dull affair. It's going to be hard for Liam Power to connect. But if Liam Power could get so his punch output there, it could become a competitive fight. But I hope it doesn't become a hug fest between both guys because they both guys want to fight their weight. But it'd be nice if Richard Henson takes his belt, the IBF, to New York City. You know what I'm saying? Wins up for the NYC. You know what I mean? It'd be a big win for him, being that he's in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? He's creating a fan base for himself, and I know for sure he's gonna have to defend that IBF belt against the superstar, the marvelous fighter, the left hook knockout artist, and the ex-champion Subriel Matias from Puerto Rico, a Puerto Rican national, yes sir, a Puerto Rican national who lost his belt by a split decision to Liam Powell. I know Liam Powell don't want to give him rematch. He's all nervous like because he don't want to fight Subriel Matias. You know what I'm saying? The knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? But if he wins, Richard Hitchens will oblige him and be able to defend his belt against the superstar Puerto Rican national all-time future great Subriel Matias will be given the opportunity to become a two-time IBF 140-pound champ. Know what I'm saying? And be able to get That dude, the guy from Honduras, little Honduras, that dude, Teofimo Lopez. I know he's stuck in Super for a long time. He don't want to taste the gunpowder from that left hook. He still don't want to get hit. He don't want to get dropped. He gets flashbacks when Killer Camboso put his left hook on. He get flashbacks when Killer Cambosos dropped him and busted him up. He get flashbacks when he fought Steve Claggett and Steve Claggett was hitting him Dominic Door in his face. You know what I'm saying? But this time it's gonna be Subaru, bro. I think Subaru is gonna be elevated and to the number one fighter in the 140-pound division. If that Teofimo fight takes place after he regains his IBF belt and becomes a two-time IBF champ. I think Richardson Hastings can't deal with the powerful left hook combinations of Subriel. He's going to be working on this side, cutting that ring off and busting him up on the inside with that killer left hook, that Puerto Rican style, real proper like style. And he's going to win. And we're going to have after that, either Devin Haney's going to lead the division, either Devin Haney's going to have to fight the Subriel Matias. Bill Haney's going to be nervous. Bill Haney's going to want his son to get paid the top dollar for that fight. It's going to be another unification fight. Then that guy, Jose Valenzuela, Jose Rayo Valenzuela, the WBO champ, is going to have to unify. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to put his belt on the line against the winner of that unification fight, which, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Super Matias. Super Matias, the one with the killer left hook. You know what I'm saying? That's the one we want to see fight in the ring. So Valenzuela is gonna try to box and move like he did against Isaac the Pitbull Cruz. That was an excellent fight. He was running like a little girl, a little schoolgirl in there in the ring, just pumping, jabbing, moving, trying to steal rounds from Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who lost by a split decision. I think Isaac did enough to keep his belt, but this guy right here shocked the people because he has a chandelier chin, Jose the Rayo Valenzuela, Mr. Chandelier, was able to sustain a powerful southpaw jab for 12 rounds and not get knocked out. So they gifted him the belt, but it's going to be there for a temporary amount of time to snatch that belt from his waist. You know what I'm saying? And this is the fight that everybody wants to see. It's coming up right now in this talk right here. It's going to be Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias, the unified champ, will defend his unified championship with Isaac the Pitbull Cruz. That's going to be the fight of the year of 2026. The undisputed champ fighting against the current the current top fighter Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Then the winner gets to call out Tank Davis. The winner gets to call out Devin Haney. The winner gets to fight Jerome Ennis at 147. You know what I'm saying? The winner gets to have a dream fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about here, professional boxing people. This is what everybody wants to see. This is what they got guys like journalists, professional boxing journalists like Punch Drunk. We got professional boxing journalists in this channel like Rap Star. We get managers and trainers coming on this show because we got guys talking professional boxing real proper like on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Another guy that I think is going to become a champion very soon, real proper like, is that Mexican ex-Olympian, you know what I'm saying, Richard Torres Jr. I want to see Richard Torres concuss a dude and get a belt real proper like soon. I think he's going to get the first dips out of the interim belt soon. He's the NABF champion in the heavyweight division. I want to see him knock out and concuss one of the dudes. Look what he did to Joey Zueco in the last fight, Tank Zueco. He punching him in the face so many times the guy had to spit his mouthpiece, that big gordito. He was pounding him out like he was a gordito taco. You know what I'm saying? With no guacamole sauce. He beat him so bad, the man was crying like a little girl in his house when he came home. You know what I'm saying? And this is the guy I want to see, the NABF heavyweight champ, get a chance to fight Usyk. Yeah, Usyk, he's calling you out. Yeah, Danny DeBois, he's calling you out out there. Richard Torres Jr. I want to see Richard Torres Jr. fight for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the world against the current champion, Daniel DeBois. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be a good fight. I know Rap Star's gonna be going for DeBois, but I'm going for Richard Torres right there. I think Richard Torres is fast, compact, swift, fighting out of a southpaw stance. He's gonna be buzzed on Daniel DeBois to such a way that Daniel Boyce is gonna get flashback when he lost to Joe Joyce, and he's gonna get knocked out, and we will have a new IBF champion in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pleasure talking. Oh, let me talk about this dude, my homie, Colazo, the unified 105-pound champ, Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? He put Puerto Rico on the map. That's an undisputed Puerto Rican at 105-pound weight class. Oh my goodness, he's in the history books, people. He's right up there with Amanda Serrano. He right up there with Miguel Cotto. He right up there with Philip Trinidad. He right up there with Fredo Gomez. Now he's gonna be defending that belt real popular several times. See what's gonna happen. Maybe Jake Paul put him on the undercard. Jake, you gotta put that Colossal homie on the undercard, fighting with Serrano on the same card. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? That he's also a Puerto Rican, by the way, from Dorado, Puerto Rico. Jake Paul, el gallo rojo. Oh, Jake Paul, buena pelea contra Tyson. Otra pelea, otro tipo que me gusta que venga a este canal. Conor Ben. Conor Ben, ¿cómo tú estás, mi amigo? Cuando tú vas a estar en este show, queremos interview you. We want to interview Conor Ben. I think Conor Ben should fight and push to fight the WBC 147-pound champ Mario Barrett. Mira, esa es perfecta pelea para ti, Conor Ben. La perfecta pelea para ti es contra Mario Barrios, el Azteca. Conor Ben, el nene de dinamita de Inglaterra. Conor Ben, el hijo ¿cómo se llama? Was the Dog Destroyer. Oh my goodness, he's the Dog Destroyer son. El nene de dinamita de UK contra Mario, el Azteca Barrios para la correa, el campeonato mundial de WBC 147-pound championship. Esa va a ser una pelea que va a llenar los rings. Esa pelea va, maybe Jake Paul are putting on one of his undercards. Maybe he make it a main event because that fight is gonna be on fire. I know, Conor Ben, you know good Spanish. Conor Ben, you gotta come on this channel. Conor Ben, we want to see you here on this channel for an interview with Rap Star. I know we're gonna have Punch Drunk in here too. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the young boy, the little destroyer Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's calling out Tank too. Once he get that WBC, you could get Tank to come up and wait. I know you want to fight. Put your hands on Jerome Ennis too. So yeah, so make that happen, buddy. Make that money. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that fight, Conor Ben. Big shout out to Conor Ben, my homie, exciting fighter. Knocked out dudes like Chris Van Heeren, Chris Algieri. You know what I'm saying? Put them both on canvas. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy you back. I'm happy you lifted your suspension. I want to see you get a team and defend a world championship and possibly become joining the undisputed Sweet Six at 147. You know what I'm saying? Conor Ben. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yo, Stanionis, you sitting on the bench for a long time with that WBL belt. What are you thinking of doing, man? These guys are hungry, man. These guys are coming to you like a bunch of Rottweiler pit bull, Rottweiler hunting dogs out there. They're waiting, they're salary for that WBA belt. You might as well sign a contract soon and keep yourself busy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Conor Ben gonna snatch that belt from your waist if you don't do nothing very soon. Conor Ben, man. Conor Ben look like a champ. Even if he hasn't even won a champ, he's been treated like a champ. When he had the WBA Continental belt, he put it on the map, defending it real popular against guys like Chris Van Heeren, ex-IBO champ, against Chris Algieri, 140-pound WBO champ, knocking and concussing them real popular. That's the dude I want to see fight. That's the dude I want to see Tyson train. Tyson, you need an undefeated fighter to train right there. You want to be the next Customato. Why you don't train Conor Ben? Talk to his dad, man. Nigel Ben, negotiate that deal. You know what I'm saying? That's a big money deal for you and for Conor Ben and his dad. You know what I'm saying? Train that boy from UK to fight real proper like transcend. He could become a national transcend star because he speaks Spanish. Make that happen. Make that happen. You know what I'm saying, Tyson? Make that happen. Talk to your boy Jake Paul and take this boy and put him under your wing. Teach him how to fight like you back in the day when you was a 20-year-old undisputed pound champ. I mean, you got the belt, the WBC belt by knocking out Troy Burke 2 rounds. Then you, along the way, you became undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you teach this young man that that's that that peekaboo, you know what I'm saying, style that you used to have back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we seen you fight against Jake Paul and you fought 8 hard rounds with Jake Paul right there. We want to see that happen. Teach those skills to this young man, kind of bend, tweak it out, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And also Benavidez, man. You was called the monster by Mike Tyson back in the day. You need to step your game up, man. You got kudos from this man. This man said you the monster of professional boxing. So you need to fight that dude Arthur Benavidez and snatch those belts from that dude, man. You need to become undisputed 175-pound champ. It's gonna start. You better persevere and stop eating those little snicker candy bars and stop sipping on those coladas and shit and get yourself back into shape so you can fight and beat David Morrell Jr. and then stop calling out Arthur Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have a great day. I think Rap Star's not coming back. I think Rap Star's done for the day. You know what I'm saying? But it was a pleasure chitty chatting with you guys on Rap Stars Boxing Knowledge Channel. My name is Suleiman the Scholar, the journalist, you know what I'm saying, for professional boxing from New York City. I live in the Bronx. I am the icon, the scholar. I am the Haredi boxing journalist right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here talking boxing all the time and Rap Stars channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be letting you guys go. You guys have a great morning. Take care. Dos vidanya. You know what I'm saying? Baruch Hashem. Shalom, my dear brothers and sisters. Ma salama. Wa alaikum salam. Buenas noches. Muchas gracias por darme la oportunidad, Mr. Rapstar, para estar en tu canal. Tú eres mi pana, tú eres mi amigo Ponchon. También yo peleo por ti porque tú eres mi pana, oíste. Amanda Solano, cúrate, mi amor, porque yo quiero casarme contigo en el futuro. Yo estoy enamorado de ti, tú sabes eso. Buenas noches. Chao.